Hello, hello, hello. How are you, my friends? Welcome to this special show of the World Cup. Look at that color, Mati. Did you like it? What I put in the back?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Maybe it's for all the people, no?
Correct.
The LGBT colors or something like that.
Inclusive, inclusive. I was thinking more about the
Inclusive.
Miami colors, something, passion,
Something special. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
which is what we are, passion for the sport. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this special show of the World Cup. Mr. Cedric Bonot already appeared on this show. Maybe the only people watching us right now, Cedric Bonot, how are you? It started well. Thank you so much. But yes, we are going to talk about the World Cup. But before starting, I have to welcome the guy that everybody knows right now in Buenos Aires, Argentina, really far away from me. But thanks to technology, it's not going to be so difficult. So, Matias Perrone,
Yeah.
welcome to this special show, the world champion of football. How are you? Hello, Mati. You hear me?
I think. And
I think
yeah, a
your
couple of
internet
the
your
connection, but
internet is
now I think it's okay. Hear me? Everything's
yes. I can hear you, but when I see you, it looks like you are in 1987. A little blurry. Let's
okay.
see
So
if you if you come back. We
maybe
lost Mati. Yeah.
no. So I will try to fix my connection because I don't know if my connection or your connection, but we will
I
see what
think it's
happens.
yours because I don't know. I think we are looking at you a little blurry. I think I'm seeing myself okay, but maybe it's because I'm in my own computer. How do you guys
Yes.
see us? Cedric, anybody watching? It's the image okay? Everything is okay? The sound? Can you hear Mati? Can you see Mati? Um,
Hello, Piero. Are you in
right now
close
I'm
to the
in
World Cup
Mexico.
or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very close to the World Cup. How is your anxiety, Mati? I know you're a very anxious person, very impatient. How is everything going with that?
No, yeah, I'm okay. I'm really prepared. So I and also I'm only 1 week and a half to start the fourth World Cup. So really happy and also really happy to be here to talk to speak about the World Cup.
Yes, Mati, and thanks for making the effort to do this in English. We all know that you learn English thanks to foot golf. That's one of the things that foot golf gave
Yes.
you, besides a job and a lot of friends and family and experiences. Also, you're speaking English thanks to all the trips you've done because of foot golf.
Yeah, we usually call foot golf English. It's a new languages, a new language. So it's a combination about Slovakian English, Spanish English, Hungarian English. But finally, we can have a conversation. So it's okay. I think it's okay. If someone no understand, just make a write in the chat, and we can translate the foot golf English.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Mati. But I think you'll be okay. Your level is very good, and if anybody doesn't understand anything, that's why we have here the comments. We can actually put the comments here live, so you guys, every time you say something, it will be on the screen, and we can share. This is not a TV show or anything. This is a conversation. We're gonna have some guests from other countries explaining how they're doing in this World Cup, how are they getting ready. But if anybody wants to join at any point, if you want to say something, you can write a message, or even if you want to be on the show, we'll send you the link. Al carajo the interview. The guys from Spain, Carlos Calvo, Carlos Bold. For those who don't know, Calvo, it's bold in Spanish. So Charlie
Sorry,
Bold.
sorry, Piero. I don't want to burn him, but we can say one of the candidates.
one of the candidates, Carlos Calvo, for sure, of course, yeah, he's playing really good. I didn't want to put that
Okay.
much pressure on him, but yeah, of course, we're
Yeah, yeah,
gonna we'll talk later. We're gonna be talking about the candidates, or at least the players to watch. If you know football, you probably will know which are the good players. But some good players are not very popular. So today we're gonna give you some names so you can follow maybe players that you didn't have on your watch. But we're gonna be doing that later because Mati, we're gonna start speaking about the team competition, which I think it's probably not what everybody it's not looking for, but I don't think in the other World Cup, Javier de Ancizar was explaining this really right, that for the team competition final, people weren't really following. It wasn't like, oh, team competition, France against the UK, everybody following. It was more like, okay, France won, people follow the final, but it wasn't like the individual competition where you were playing and Ben and then everybody was watching that because I don't know, it's more like what we're used to, play individual competition. But I think the team competition, it's something unique because it brings the football, the soccer we have inside, the celebration. It's a little less formal, and it brings us more passion. So I think the team competition, it's probably gonna be what everybody's gonna enjoy more about the World Cup. I don't know, Mati, if you agree.
yeah, yeah. I'm totally team competition because it's like football. We can follow our competitors, and for example, if I have to talk about the last World Cup, when you can hear all the audience shouting for you or for your team. So finally, it's more like football, and I think this is the good thing about team competition.
Totally. We have here some people watching with that. Pace from Luxembourg, always there. Oscar Rodriguez from Spain. He's saying two Spanish guys speaking in the second most spoke language in the world and doing the interview in English. So here Oscar is complaining because we are doing this in English and not in Spanish. Yes, Oscar, you are right. I don't know if you understand my answer, but we're trying to reach more people. So I think English right
Yeah,
now,
I,
it's
I'm
a language. Yes, Mati.
I'm agree with Cedric because he's yes, different feelings and pressure. I think it's more pressure in team competition because it's not only about you. You have to make a good whole or a good day because all the country, all your team is in your shoulders, on your shoulders. So finally, you get more competition.
Totally agree. And Mati, for the first time, we're gonna have a team competition with a group stage, which is something new. Every year, or this is the third time that the team competition is gonna be played in the World Cup. In the first World Cup of history in Hungary 2012, where you were there, Mati, no team competition, only single competition, no seniors, no women. It was just uh, everybody against everybody to see who was first, right?
And only with par six and I think par sevens, but was an amazing event and of course the beginning of our sport. So finally, I don't know how many. It's a good question. How many players are going to play? Because like Tommy Martinez and maybe Pancho de la Gara. I don't know how many players to play all the world in
That's
Orlando. So
That's a good question, Mati. I'm losing you a little bit. I don't know if it's only me. Do you guys hear and listen to Mati good? Because I'm losing you a little bit, Mati. I don't know if it's me or it's your connection. Uh, but uh, but yeah, I think a lot of
yeah,
players, not many. Se corta mucho. Sí, Mati. I don't know if it's your connection. I don't know if you can try to do something because you've been breaking up since we started the interview. Breaking
I,
up. Yes.
yeah, I will. Yeah.
Not really. Somebody says not really. Okay. So let's continue, and if we continue like that, Mati, maybe you can try to Mati breaking up. Yes, you're breaking up, Mati. Sorry. Can you try to fix it, Mati, or maybe unplug and plug again the internet or something like that?
Yeah, yeah,
While
yeah,
we can start
yeah, yeah. I will
connecting.
try to.
Yes, now we can hear one word out of four of Mati. Yes, okay. So while Mati
Okay,
gets ready
okay.
and prepares
I will
for
leave.
his
Yeah.
connection, okay, you got it. All right. So before going through the team competition, we're gonna have a guest from England, another one from Scotland, and another one from France. We're not gonna tell you yet who they are. You might already know, but we're gonna be talking today about mainly the men's competition, but we can also go around a little bit about the senior and women, since it's as important as the men. But sometimes we don't have time to speak so much about them. We still want to do maybe next week a special show for women and seniors, so we can focus more on your tournament. But yes, today we're gonna be speaking about the team competition. As I said, I'm gonna share now just my screen so you guys see the rules of the team competition, and you probably already know that, but um here it is, a little lower. Okay, so team competition, as you might know, is going to be 24 countries playing the team competition, which I think it's going to be uh, most of the countries with more than 10, 8 players. I don't think big countries are going to be out of these 24, just like it happened in Marrakesh. In Marrakesh, only 16 teams qualified for the team competition. So some big names, for example, like Mexico, wasn't part of the team competition. They were out by just one stroke against Australia. I will never forget that, because it was a drama for the Mexicans, obviously, because they couldn't play the team competition, which I think is the soul of the World Cup. So so yeah, it's gonna be 6 groups, as you can see, and this is how it's gonna break out after the first round. So Group A will be the top seed, the guys with the best scores. Then the 12th, the 13th, and the 24th. Group B, 2, 11th, 14th, 23. Group C, the 3rd, the 10th, the 15th, the 22nd. Group D, the 4th, the 9th, the 16th, and the 21. 5, 8, 17, 18, 20, and 6, 7, 18, and 19. Okay? You probably know that. I'm going to let Mati in again to see how is he doing. Hi, Mati. How's it going, man? Mati,
Now
hello?
it's okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you better right now.
Okay, we will see what happened. I think I fix.
All right. So yeah, guys, you already probably know that this is for the main competition. Then if we go to the seniors and the women, well, here 3 points for the win. If you tie, it is 1 point. So every game, every single game or every pair game can be end up on a tie. You don't have to do penalty pots or untie. It's just gonna be a draw. So you have to play 18 holes, like it says here, not like golf when
Yeah,
the golf.
and this is important, Piero, for team competition. For example, if you are playing individual in the team competition and you are losing by 4 holes or something like that, you have to finish strong, because after the game, for example, if you lose by 3, it's not the same by 5, because at the end they count. So finally, you have to be focused on that, even if you are losing for a lot of holes.
Totally, yeah. The famous goal average in soccer, which is here called the pot average. I don't know how is it
Yeah.
called, but yeah, you're right. And as you can see here, all matches will be played 18 holes, match play format, with the exception of the third plate matches. Okay, and then this is just examples of what happened if situations. I think we already know that. But yeah, and then it will be single, which is head-to-head matches. I remember in Marrakesh, it was 4 singles and 3 pairs. Here is gonna be 3 singles and 4 pairs. That's a big change from Marrakesh to Orlando, which I think it's fair, because team competition, it has to be more team, which is pairs, than singles. So 3 singles and 4 pairs for Orlando, compared to Marrakesh, that it was 4 singles. And then
Yes, for
what?
me, if you ask me what is the perfect format, for example, I don't like a lot of singles. Maybe we can put one single, but I prefer more foursomes and four ball. This is more team competition finally.
I totally agree with you, Mati. So, well, at least it's less singles than in Marrakesh. So maybe eventually it will be even less for the next World Cup. We're gonna see how this format works on. As we said, for those of you new in football, this is the first time we're gonna be playing with a group stage. In the first World Cup with a team competition that was Argentina, only four teams. I mean, sorry, only four players by team were playing the team competition. So it wasn't really a team thing. It was like 4 against 4. That's where the US ended up winning with a really good team. And then in Marrakesh, Mati, it was 7 points, as we said before, four singles. I think it was two four ball and one foursome, if I'm
Yeah,
not wrong.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that was Marrakesh, starting from the round of 16, quarterfinal, semifinal, and final. So for the first time now, we're gonna be playing group stage, which is obviously more foot golf, more holes to the players. And here, I think it's gonna be very important how the teams can dosify their players, especially when they're gonna be playing so many rounds. Mati.
yeah. I'm agree with Cedric. He say that four balls are not exactly pairs. It's more two singles. I think he's talking about four ball. But
Yes.
finally, it's not the same than individual, because in four ball, even you have to make a strategy to play the holes and something like that, because you are playing with one more player. So finally, it's okay. It's single, but you have to play more strategy than individual than single.
Yes, and I also like that they changed the rhythm, the order. I remember in Marrakesh, all the singles were the last ones to tee. Here, the two four balls are gonna be the deciding ones. Not the deciding
Yeah.
because obviously it worth the same, but they're gonna be the last two groups to tee
Points.
off. So
Yeah.
first foursome, then foursome plus a single, then two single, two and three together, and then four ball and four ball. Okay. So I think that's something that's going to change. And just a little summary of how the senior and women competition is going to be. This is the first time in history that women and senior are going to be playing their own team competition. So it's going to be a knockout here. Here, there's no group competition, no group stage, straight to the round of 16. Okay, and so it's going to be a knockout stage. Only 16 countries will make it. So I think here, Mati, some countries will not play the senior and women competition, especially in the senior one. I know some teams are sacrificing the senior competition so they have enough players for men. I think that's the case of Uruguay, and probably some other countries will be doing the same.
Yeah, yeah. It's for example, for me, I think it's a big advantage for the countries that have a lot of players, of course, because yeah, a lot of days playing foot golf is not easy, and the countries that have a couple of players, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, no, but the injuries are coming, the pressure also. So you are going to be so tired at the end of the day. So finally, maybe we can expect to have the countries with more players in the finals, but we never know.
Yes, and I think it's interesting, and we will see. We will talk about that as well because I remember in Marrakesh, some teams they decided to save some of their top players for the team competition, and then maybe they were surprised by other teams that they consider maybe not as good. So we'll see. We'll see what coaches say, and if they decide to go for the singles or they focus more on the team competition. We'll see how they manage, but obviously, if you have a lot of players, you can make subs and you can rest your players, which is for 10
Yeah,
days. It's going to be really, really important.
yeah. For example, in Uruguay, Fede Telesca is writing now in the chat, and he say our senior is going to play in the general category. Of course, there are not a lot of players in Uruguay, so finally they mix the team, but of course they have the chance to make a power team with that combination. So again, we will
Totally.
see what happens. I'm really
And,
excited to be.
and yeah, Martin, and I wanted to remark that for women and senior, since they're going to be playing one single game and one pairs game, with two players, they can do it.
Yeah, two
Okay.
players or three.
No, with two, they can do it because they can put one in the pairs because it's going to be, I think, if it's low, if it's best ball, if it's foursome, no. Let me see.
It's not
Uh,
foursome and single for the women.
Senior and women. Let's see. All matches will be play. Match play format. It should here
I think it's one single and one foursome, but
one single and one foursome.
yeah, so you need three
You
players.
need three. Correct. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Okay, guys. So this being said, we're gonna be talking today with two guys from two countries that are, we can say, they are candidates to win the World Cup, but they never played the World Cup, which is incredible for countries with such a football tradition. But yes, this is gonna be the first time playing the World Cup for UK and for England and for Scotland. We're gonna be having them in the show, and then we're gonna obviously talk about how UK did in Marrakesh and how many players from that team are now in England and how many players from that team are now in Scotland, and see if they have enough power to be able to contend for the World Cup. So I'm gonna be sending Mati the links to have our first guest on the show. We hope it's
What a
not too late
guest!
because
What a guest!
yes, what a guess. We know people in the UK go to bed early. Well, that's what I heard. Maybe I'm wrong. So let's see if these guys are still awake. I hope they are.
Yeah, they
And
are drinking a couple of beers. I think so. I don't know, but maybe a couple of beer or the tea hour. No, a
oh, the
good
tea
cup of
time. The
tea.
tea time. Well, tea time is here now. It's 5:25 p.m. But I think in the UK it's probably a little later. I just hope they have good light so we can understand and see them good. This is gonna be a challenge, especially to understand Matt Morgan with that Scottish
Oof.
accent. But we will do our best. Thomas Felix, the champion of the Swiss Open and one of the players hot in this moment, is I think two. It's two singles and one foursome for women and for senior. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. So foursome will be the format for that pair. All right. So yeah, it's 10:30 in the UK. It's not that bad. Okay. So that's good. Let's see. Okay. So we
Aaron
have
from Ireland.
one of them is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I want a big applause for a guy that has been missing a lot of big tournaments around the world, but with a really good excuse to make today Scotland part of the FIFG world. Mr. Matthew Morgan, my friend,
Hi
how are
guys, how
you?
we doing?
Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Yeah, amazing. Good to see you two guys again.
Yes, same thing, Matt. How are you doing? How are you getting ready for this big event?
Yeah, amazing. Things in Scotland are brilliant at the moment. You know, we've had a really good start to the season, playing on some great courses, and really just can't wait to fly out to Orlando, Florida, and get this going.
Nice, Matt. Uh, I was reading a post on Facebook, who was putting a lot of pressure on you guys. He was saying like, you are the number one favorites, the number one candidates for the World Cup, even though this is your first World Cup as a team. But he was saying like, you guys, if you can control the heat, which was the only concern about Scotland performance in the World Cup, if you can manage the heat, you are number one contender. What do you have to say about that, Matt?
I mean, that's really kind and great words, and it's nice to know that the Scottish players are appreciated around the world. But God, there's a lot of countries out there that have got a lot of talent, just like ourselves. But no, we've got a lot of good players. We've got, I think, 5 players with World Cup experience, so that's definitely going to help. We've got a lot of players which are not known in the world by a lot of players, so I think these guys could give us a lot of different options as well. But it's nice to know that others think highly of us. But you're right, a lot of our players haven't maybe travelled out with our country, played out with our tour, so going abroad and playing in these sort of events is going to be a little bit of a different challenge. But you know, we've got the quality there. It just depends how we handle the occasion, and as you say, the heat.
The heat, yes, that's what I'm waiting for. That you guys really struggle in the heat, because I know you are doing really good. Have a really good came out. So we're taking a look now at some of the guys of the Scottish team. What can you tell about them? Some faces are famous, like Quigley, for example, or Stuart Campbell, but some other names that maybe not everybody knows, and you have a lot of talent in Scotland. That's you. So
Yeah,
tell me a bit
it,
about the team.
as you're saying there, people are aware of, like myself, David Quigley, Joe McCourt, Neil Shave, Gavin Craig. We've been at the World Cup. We've played a lot of international tournaments. That experience is going to play a big part to our individual success, hopefully, and as the team. But we've got a lot of guys, some faces there. You've seen Vinnie Maguire. He's quite new. Once we broke away as a Scottish association, we brought these new guys in, and the ability for them to play foot golf at affordable prices has really helped us find these amazing players, which we might never have come across again. So, likes of Vinnie Maguire, Gio Stewart, Mick Eardley is an absolute outstanding player as well. We've got depth now, something that we didn't have. It wouldn't surprise me if one of these guys contended well in the individual category as well. And as you can see, some of these ladies appearing on the screen. Kelly's a new player. Carolyn's been about for a wee bit. Anna and Sheila, who are in the Scotland team, both these women are businesswomen. They've now opened up their own foot golf courses in Scotland. So it's not only just the playing aspect, they've also developing the social game as well. So it's exciting times for us.
Wow. Yeah, no, I can tell, and I don't know. I'm sure also the emotional part to everything that you went through, to try to be part of the FIFG, and you guys. Well, I think you guys weren't gonna play the Japan World Cup because you were in that process, right? In that transition to be your own. So you were gonna sacrifice some of you who were part of the UK just to be able to play with your country, which is finally happening in Orlando.
Yeah, it was a massive team effort from all the guys which used to be part of UK foot golf. It was one of these decisions that we made, which I'm sure most foot golf players around the world would have made. We all want for the development of the game, of the sport. We want to develop foot golf in our country. So our priority was making sure that foot golf developed in Scotland, and if we had to sacrifice our own individual opportunities, then it was for the good of the people in our country and for the good of the game. And I'm just absolutely delighted to know that we've got a committee behind us that have been able to grow us into the leading association in our country, and I'm very, very grateful to actually get the chance to represent again at a World Cup. But as you said there, Piero, I was willing to give up all this for the development of our sport, and that's the main thing. We've got a lot of things to be grateful for from UK Foot Golf. They got us this platform, but the way we've drove this forward has been really impressive. So thanks to all the committee, the volunteers that have been involved in this process.
Hi, Matthew. How are you, my friend? Long time to
Matty,
see you.
I'm amazing to see you, Matty. I've missed you.
I think the last time was in the UK Open, maybe the last flight.
Yeah, the last fight. It was fun.
What a tournament, eh?
Very good.
So first of all, I want to say congrats with all the medias of Scotland Foot Golf, because it's really professional. I think we need that kind of things for our sport, the lives, even the presentation of the team. I think it's really good for our sport to have that kind of things. And also I'm going to say something. You are one of the players who can manage perfectly the Adipure. Maybe you, Mancino, what do you think about the balls? If you can say something about that.
Oh, when I first started playing foot golf, I turned up to my first ever event with a Javelani, and unknown to me, that was the ball that everybody played with, and someone offered me £60 to buy it off me. So I started my career with a Javelani, and it worked. It worked for me. It was very, very good. However, I think just over a bit of time, changing my game, changing the ball to the Adipure was better for me. It felt a little bit more like a football, a little bit spongier. I was able to control the movement of the ball a little bit more. My game isn't really designed on distance, so having the ability to control the ball a little bit more has certainly helped me. So yeah, the ball is important. And it's funny how you can get these psychological thoughts about a ball being lucky and good for you. So I think I've got 3, 4, maybe 5 Adipures, but I always play with the same one. It's a bit battered, but it's my lucky ball, I think.
Okay, okay,
Thank-
and last question. Sorry, Piero. Last question. I've talking about the team. Maybe all the Scottish players are really confident for the World Cup because now you are going to represent your. What do you think about the weather? It's going to be important. Do you think that it's gonna be really hot and it's not easy for the players from a country that have a lot of rain or different weather, or it's the same and you can adapt easily?
I think the environment is going to be one of the main factors which is going to determine the success of the majority of the People's World Cups and their success. Going out there where the condition is going to be very, very hot, it is going to be tough for us. We are very lucky that we've got an amazing sponsor, Amiga Quant, who's sponsoring the Scotland team. They deal with the nutritional side of things. So they've put all of our team through testing, which looks at how we recover, what our bodies actually require to make sure that we recover from these events. So a lot of our team have been supplied with supplements. So hopefully that's going to aid the recovery, and we're very lucky to have a sponsor on board which is thinking about these things as well. So, the conditions are going to be tough, but if we could look after our bodies, we could use the science behind it, which we've had a little bit of help with. It's only going to aid with our chances of being successful. But it's something that I am quite concerned about. I've played out in America a few times. Marrakesh was extremely hot. We had someone in our team which got sunstroke. So it's something that a lot of players need to be concerned about. Make sure you stay hydrated, stay in the shade, make sure we recover well. But hopefully we could manage it.
Sure, I love this comment. Quickly in the sun gets
Yeah.
brown like a Latino, so not everybody gonna struggle from Scotland with the weather. Yeah, we'll see some guys turning into a different color after the 10 days of the competition. We saw that in Argentina. I remember, I will never forget, Ben Clark completely burned after the last day. His skin was already coming out of his face, and he was like, I don't give a shit. I don't like lotion. I will never use lotion. I was like, okay, man, that's okay, but you're gonna destroy your face. But he didn't like it, and obviously Ben Clark is not very dark skin. So I don't know how you guys will manage. Are you gonna use lotion, Matt, or you're just the same, like, fuck it?
Obviously, protecting our skin from the rays is very important as well. Whatever the highest sunscreen is possible, we'll take it. We've had people in the team mentioning bringing umbrellas. That's not for the rain. That's so we can get some shade from the sun. So
Yes.
No,
you'll
finally,
see.
we are going to have a lot of days with foot golf. So finally, every energy that we can keep gonna be the key, I think, because it's too much foot golf. Too much foot golf. So finally, the sun. Even if you finish your round, you have to go to the hotel, make an ice bath or something like that. But we have to keep the energy. I think this is gonna be the one of the key.
Absolutely, as you say, playing multiple rounds. You know what it's like going to these world majors where you're maybe playing 4 rounds in a practice day. It's going to be double that, maybe triple that for some players. So looking after the body is going to be key. I think ice baths, plenty of massages, water, and sleep.
Yeah.
So apart from on the course, you might not see me.
Hey, Matt.
Last question. Sorry, Piero.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Scotland team. It's allowed to drink beer during the World Cup or not? Because this is the energy, the power for you, no?
All of our guys are super professional. We've worked so hard to get our squad into this position. I can guarantee you that our focus will be on playing foot golf and not the beer. Perhaps if we're successful, we'll definitely celebrate with a few beers. But no, we've worked too hard to get here. As much as some of us would like it, but I certainly play better without the beer. That's for sure.
Nice. All right. So, Mati, before talking to the next topic, I want to introduce another big name in foot golf who is going to join us, who was actually a teammate for Matt in the last World Cup. Now they're going to be rivals. And we're actually going to be talking about that, how they spread into 2 different countries. And now they're obviously probably very good friends, but they're going to be rivals in Orlando. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome from England, the vice captain of the English team, Lim Schutz. Lim, how are you?
I'm very well, Piero. How are you?
Great, great, my friends. Thank you so much for being with us today in the show.
Pleasure.
Thanks for also for taking care of your background, which looks really cool with the plants and everything.
Yeah.
So so thank you for that, Liam. So I was just talking to Matt that you guys were part of that UK team that nearly made it to. Well, you made it to the final. You lost against France, and I actually wanted to share this. No, not this one. Sorry, a second. The This is the lineup of that game, and you both guys started. This is the final of the World Cup 2018 in Marrakesh. It was pretty close. It was 3-3, as you can see, 3-3, and 32-28 for France. So again, Mati, what we were talking about at the beginning,
Yeah.
the putt difference made the difference in this case, and France won just by 4 strokes. And you guys were here, Shave and Morgan, the two Scottish playing together. I don't know if this is a little how do you say, spoiler of what we might see in the Scottish team. Shave and Morgan. I don't know if you guys are gonna still be a pair or you're gonna spread out. And then Liam, you played with Jamie Cullum
Jamie.
Yeah.
in the foursome. So first of all, Liam, how are you doing, and how do you feel by playing for the first time a World Cup with your country, with England?
Yeah. So obviously feeling great, very excited. It will be a completely different lineup. But again, similar to what Matt said, I think for foot golf in general, for the growth of it in our our countries, it's really exciting. It will be different, particularly if we were to play Scotland, it will be unusual. But as Matt said, it's exciting for us. We're looking forward to it. The Foot Golf Association of England have worked really hard, similar to those in Scotland. And it's exciting. It's something we're looking forward to. It will be a new experience for a lot of the guys. And yeah, we can't wait to get out there and experience it.
Sure. What are your goals? I know it's your first World Cup, Liam, but obviously you're England and you were in the final. So even though that was obviously a mix of England, Scotland, I don't know if you have any Welsh in that team, but now it's just England. So do you think you can still be a contender even though you lose some players, like for example Matt or Neil or Ben Clark, who is obviously he's still English, but he's gonna be not playing the team competition because he's gonna
Yeah.
respect the UK thing. So are you guys a contender? Do you guys really feel like you are a candidate, or since it's your first World Cup, you're just going step by step?
Um, a bit of both, really. I mean, we're not going there to just participate. We're going there with the intention of winning. Whether we do or not, it's a different matter. But we're going out there. We feel confident. We've practiced and prepped well. And the beauty of foot golf is match play. It's anyone can beat anyone. Um, we're looking forward to it. As I say, we've done all we can in terms of the preparation and teams and stuff like that. We got some new players who haven't experienced playing abroad before, so I'm looking at that as potential because some people kind of excel in these conditions. So yeah, certainly for me, as I say, we're not going out there just to participate. We're going out there to win. So definitely think we can.
Great. Mati, something, anytime you want to ask something, Mati, just
Yeah.
jump in. Don't ask for
Yeah.
permission.
Hi, Liam. How are you, my friend?
I'm very well, Matty. How are you? Keeping well?
Yeah. Everything is okay. I want to see you because you sing one of the song of Argentina really well.
Yeah.
So
Vamos, vamos, Argentina.
so no, yeah. For example, how was for both, even for Matt? How was the preparation for the World Cup with the team? You training a lot? You prepare something special, or it's not easy because it's not easy to join all the team during the week or something like that?
And from our point of view, obviously we've got competitions that we've all met up, and certainly now we've formed a management team. We'll have regular meetups. We had a meetup 2 weeks ago with the whole team, just as it was kind of a training day where everyone got all the kit. The excitement built up. We've done some testing and trialing with pairings, set up different scenarios, because it's so important, and you can never replicate when you actually play in the World Cup. It's just so difficult. You can play on different courses, but yeah, we've done all we can. We have regular conversations. We obviously keep up to date with the competition results, and try, as I say, it was a good opportunity for us to trial different things with different pairings and singles, matching players up against potential pairings. So, as I said before, we're as prepared as we can be. And yeah, hopefully that will put us in good stead for when we're out there.
Sure, Liam, and also Matt. From what I see on social media, you guys in England and Scotland, you play a lot through golf greens, a lot of fringes involved, and I know you guys are used to that. What type of design are you expecting? Do you think it's gonna be something really different? The type of the grass as well, because Orlando, it's probably very different from uh, anywhere in England or anywhere in Scotland because of the weather, humidity. Um, I don't know if you ever been in a tropical place playing foot golf, but what are you expecting in terms of course design and type of grass and all that?
Yeah, as you've said there, Piero, we've been super lucky getting to play on these magnificent courses in Scotland. We've actually got a committee and a team designated to getting courses on board here and designing these amazing courses. So I actually think we're as best prepared as what we could potentially be. We've tried to replicate what we can as closely as possible to what we might experience. We know that our fairways and greens are definitely not as fast as what they're going to be out there. Obviously, we're just coming out of the winter months, which hasn't been ideal either. But our association has prepared us the best possible. What am I expecting? It's going to be fast. The ball's going to travel a lot further than what we're used to here. I've played obviously in Marrakesh where the greens were quick. We're going to have to be careful with our putts. They're going to travel. If you miss a putt, it's going to leave you, instead of a 2-3 footer, you could be 8 to 10 foot away. So I've got that experience. Our players are hopefully better prepared for that with the courses we've designed. But yeah, it will be challenging. I know when you get out there, fairways are quick, but the rough is also very slow because the rough gets really sticky, really frictiony. So trying to keep the ball in the fairway is going to be the priority. But as I say, our association's done the best that we can. But I think the practice days are going to be key. We need to get out there, play as much practice as possible, try and get a good feel for the conditions.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if it's gonna be that quick, Matt. To be honest, I don't know because of humidity and the time of the year that it's close to the summer. I remember when we played the U.S. Open in Orlando last year. Remember, Matty? It was really slow. The course was really heavy and slow because of the heat and the humidity. So it wasn't as quick as we was expecting. Way slower than Marrakesh, definitely, which was obviously the winter time. So I don't know. I think everybody will have to adapt, and depending the day, it will be heavier or it will be lighter. The weather is gonna change a lot, and also the time you're gonna play. So I really like that because every player will have to adapt to the situation of the present moment. It's not like, oh, yesterday was quick, today
Yeah,
is slow, tomorrow will be a little slower because it's gonna rain tonight, but it hasn't rained yet. So if you're playing just by the manual, okay, this is a long haul and really quick, but then it's not as quick. You have to readapt at the moment. So I think really the good player will win this World Cup because so many holes, so many courses, so many situations, and I don't think luck is gonna be involved whatsoever. The best player for sure will be
yeah. Also,
the best player. Yes, Mati.
sorry, Piero.
Yeah.
I think also another different thing. I think the main difference about the all the tournaments, we are going to play 4 different courses. So we never play 4 different courses. Uh, I can imagine what happened if we miss some hole because we don't have the chance to have the revenge in the next day. So finally, gonna be really really different if we can compare with another tournament. So I don't know exactly the real strategy for this World Cup, because again, 4 different courses. I don't know what do you think, Liam or Matt, about that?
Yeah, it's, you know, certainly for our team, as I mentioned, some of them haven't even played abroad. So it's, as Matt was kind of saying, I mean, what we have to do, I've always said it, the most important round for me in any tournament is the practice round. And I think for a lot of our guys, it will just be adapting to it and utilizing, players like myself, and there's 3 or 4 other guys in the team that have played in the US, and it is different. It will be, I think there was a comment there from Claire and Cedric, it's a lot quicker in the US, even if it's slow for you guys, it's still much quicker than what it is in the UK and in Scotland. So, yeah, it's important to get used to pretty quickly, and that's why I say the emphasis on the practice in the practice rounds is really important for everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and also Liam, I think I don't know how is the strategy for the practice, because if we have to practice 3 or 4 courses, I don't know if we are going to lose energy there or not. Just walking, just try to make putts or something like that, take notes. It's gonna be really really hard and really crazy this World Cup, I think.
Yeah, I think you have to just be tactical. You know what it's like, Matty. It's very difficult, and when you're excited, I can remember when I first played and I just wanted to go and kick everything. I just wanted to kick absolutely every single ball, and something I always say is try to refrain from doing that, because as you said, there's 10 days of foot golf, and as much as you want to go out there and kick a ball straight away, sometimes, and that's why it's important for the practice rounds to almost play with people similar to yourself, take it in turns teeing off. And, for me personally, I like to look at the putting more or the approach play, because you roughly know where you're going to tee, and it's almost picking and choosing what tee shots, if there's a carry or a particular place where you need to be. But it will be interesting with the different courses, because you're obviously, as someone else mentioned, you're playing them at different times. So it will be slower in the morning, it'll be quicker in the afternoon, and you might be practicing the orange course in the morning, but then you play it in the afternoon. So taking notes, sharing notes with your team, is of high importance.
Are you guys? How is the whole team thing? Are you guys all staying in the same hotel, renting a bus? Are you gonna be like a team, or since it's already a lot of money, everybody's just looking their best place to stay and the cheapest in a way to survive in the US? Or you guys are doing it like a football team? Everybody in the same hotel. You rented the bus, vans, or whatever. Matt, first you can go first.
Yeah, we've had a great team that's organised everything for us. We're all kitted out the same. We've got all the same kit. We're on the same flights together. Even the guys which are in the Scotland team living in England, they'll be travelling with us. So flying together, transport together, and staying in the same accommodation. I think one of the most important things for us as a country is that team spirit. We're very, very strong together. We're actually stronger together by far. So I'm loving the top there. That's an old Liam Shoots top there. That's brilliant. But yeah, no, honestly, being together is priority. As Liam's mentioned there, the ability to share information, have your teammates G you up, be around you, support you positivity. It's going to be a massive, massive part of it. So yeah, we're lucky that we'll be together for the field trip.
Sure. What about you, Liam?
Exactly the same. We're doing everything. We're all traveling together. We're staying together. Echoing what Matt said, it's so important. Something I always say is the team unity can be such a big strength, and the togetherness is massive. So we're doing everything the same, staying in. We've got 7 villas. Obviously, we've got a fairly big team coming out with us. So, like Matt said, we've had a fantastic team, kind of headed up by Paul and Sarah Bolton, and Groomy, and we've got a team of about 7 or 8, and the work they've put in is just phenomenal. And you know, for me personally, I've experienced quite a few kind of major competitions. This is by far the most organized, and that's no criticism of previous. The amount of time and effort put into this is phenomenal, and it's massive because you've got so many players asking so many questions, but all the answers are there. And it's you know, we keep talking about 1%, and for me it's more than that. If you build up the 1%, it gives you that advantage. So yeah, we're all together. It's important. It's, you know, it's the whole experience. You know, if you're separated, it can not ruin it, but you know, you're making an experience together as one. So
Definitely. Okay, guys, I think we all think about a team that everybody wants to beat. I will say, obviously, not talking about England and Scotland, that obviously are new teams. We don't want to put more pressure on you guys, but we'll have to say that all the pressure is not all of the pressure. I would say all the pressure. Yes, all the pressure is for the winners, the world champions, the team France. For me, these guys have a lot of pressure, a lot. And even more than the team France, this guy, I think, has even more pressure than everyone in the World Cup. Mr. Cedric Bonat
Oh
from
la
Team France.
la!
Cedric, Sebi, like English people call you. How are you, Cedi? How is everything, my friend?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good. Were you nearly about to sleep? Are you awake? Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
I'm
don't ever
tired.
sleep, do you, Sedic?
He's on the course. He's impatting.
Yeah.
He's live right now in the course, like always.
No.
So,
No.
how are you?
I changed my house, so I'm not on the course today.
Okay, we can see. So Cedric, how are you, my friend? How are you getting ready for this World Cup, the really important moment for your country and for you, since you've been playing really good these last 2 years. So this is probably a good time for you to show the world that you're probably one of, or not I don't want to say the best, but right now one of the hottest players in the world. So how are you heading to this Orlando World Cup?
Yeah, but it's really important for me because I wait since 2018, and in 2018 it was my first World Cup, and it was my second year, so I was not totally ready. But now I show during the last 2 years my game is improving so much. So I hope I will be ready because I travel around the world and I know there is lot of good players and lot of people are not knowing, but there is lot of good players. So it will be, like you said, it will be a different format because there will be 4 courses, and for me it's a good thing because sometimes it's more difficult for players to adapt to different courses.
Definitely, Cedric, and I think that's going to be a good challenge for all of us. So tell me a little bit about Team France, Cedric. I showed before. I'm going to show it again. The team that you used to play the UK in that final that you guys won, but just a little bit. Not it was pretty close. It's right here. Let me share the screen. So let's see how many players are gonna be repeating in the French team and what players are not there anymore. I don't want you to tell me the starting team for France because this is obviously a secret. But
We
uh,
do.
but let's remember a little bit. How was, let's see, like this. All right, I think we can see like that. So this is the
Yeah,
team you play in the semifinals against the US.
yeah.
We see in the four ball. This is not Thomas Felix. This is Thomas. What's his
N-
name?
no, it's David
David
Thomas.
Thomas, exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Gavanon, both guys
yeah.
still on the team.
No, Gavanon is not here yet anymore.
Okay,
David Thomas is here.
he's not here anymore in this world.
No, no,
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, that was a nice way to say it. He's not here anymore. Okay, good.
no,
Okay,
no. In French team,
okay. Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
Thomas.
No, David Thomas
o-
still here.
Okay,
Nicolas Cousin will not be there.
He's in Tulum right now. I saw it.
Yeah. Kevin Plas will be there.
Okay.
Richer will not be there
Oh,
also.
Oh,
big absence for the team, Fran.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for
Alexis.
me,
Christopher.
one of the best player
Yeah,
in foot golf,
I
Richard.
agree.
No,
I agree.
he is really crazy because he come 2 weeks ago. He played the tournament since like I don't know, maybe 1 year, and he won it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
quality, everything.
And you know what? I remember Alex Richard came to Orlando and he won the U.S. Open. So
yeah,
he
exactly.
already won a tournament in Orlando with a lot of players. It was back in the time. I don't think it's called the U.S. Open. It was the Pro Am, the U.S. Pro Am. I think it
Yeah,
was probably 2017, something like that. But he won, and also the guy right here, Antonio Balestra. We haven't seen him much, but I think he's coming. I saw him doing like a GoFundMe, so he's
yeah,
coming,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Antonito.
He will be there and he will be ready.
Good. Yeah, good
I
player
don't
for
know.
France.
I don't know, guys, if you are agree with me, but Richard has one of the best putt around the world. I think so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The strategy, everything, everything is really, really good.
he's good. Yeah, and then while long.
Guillaume, yeah, Guillaume will be there, and he is really, really, really better than in 2018.
Okay, good. All
I
right.
will take notes about France now. Okay.
Okay, and then we don't see you here, Cedric. You didn't play the semifinals last year. You were resting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was in the four ball. I was the third player,
Okay.
and you can ask Matt if I played.
I think Cedric came in for about 8 holes and won every single one of them.
Oh, really? Oh, but that was in the final, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's.
No, no, I play all the matches,
Okay.
but my name was not on the list.
Okay.
But I play like more than half
Okay.
of the holes.
And
it's
where
the
do you
The
see
French tactics.
Yeah.
where do you see yourself in this World Cup? Cedric, playing the singles? Do you like to play pairs, or maybe you rest a little bit more since you are a very aggressive
Mm,
player, or very you can kill it?
yeah, no,
Will you be playing foursome
no.
or
For me, I can make a choice because I want to play both. I want to play individual and I want to play the team. It's impossible to say I want to rest because I'm here to win, and my goal is to win in individual and in team. So I can take rest.
I
and
I
think
will
you'd
play him.
I think you'd be a very good substitute again, Cedric.
and
No, no, no. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to play. I want to play both. And if you ask me, actually, I think my game is more to play in four balls because I can be aggressive. It's my game to play like freak shots, and for me, it's in an individual. It's too much.
pressure?
No, 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 no
No, too
pressure.
much with
I
golf.
don't.
Too much. Yeah,
Yeah,
too
too
much
much hit.
energy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it. I prefer playing in four balls because it's more my game.
Okay, good. Take notes.
Guys, do you think that, for example, Scotland and England, it's stronger than UK in the last World Cup, or it's maybe the similar?
I think personally, it'd be hard to replace some of the players at the top level that we had within the UK foot golf. I've played with like Liam and Ben multiple times, and if I was ever to play in a team and I could have them in my team, I certainly would. Not only are they great players, but they're great friends as well, and they're good to have amongst the team. But the quality that we've been able to bring in for Team Scotland, they're up there. They're definitely up there with some of the best players in the world, and it'll be exciting to see what they could do. And I'm sure Liam agrees with the players that they've brought into England as well.
Yeah, same as Matt. You never know on paper. You can say it's stronger or weaker, but until you kind of go out there and do it, me personally, I'm very excited at some of the players we've got that are perhaps kind of unknown, so to speak. But yeah, you don't know until you're out there. But similar to Matt, it is going to be different, but it is what it is. And we'll do all we can. It's exciting. It's we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and even I
For
think
me,
we. Sorry, Sedi. Yeah,
no, for me, with experience now, I learn a lot of things, and for me, it's difficult to judge a team like Scotland actually, because Scotland have really really good players. But I take the experience last year when I come to Orlando. For me, it was so hard to adapt because I don't know this kind of play. It's a different design, it's a different grass, it's a different speed, it's a different condition. It was so warm, and a lot of players are really good in their countries, but sometimes it's difficult to go in another countries and in another continents. So it's really hard to say yes, this team will be good. Sometimes we don't know, but you can adapt. But sometimes it's difficult.
yeah. Finally, after 4 years, I think all the teams, all the players are improving their foot golf. So finally, we expect that all the players, all the team are going to play better than the last World Cup. Better, I mean, with more improvements or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I need your take on this, Liam. Claire is saying England have lost some amazing players, not because they were Scottish, just not playing anymore, like Colum, Moore, Baker, Scotford, Cowell, and so many. So, what do you think about this?
Yeah, they're all great players. You can't argue that. But what I would say to that is we've gained some good players as well. There's players up and coming. Ambrolia. There are players I said, that haven't played abroad that have done really well. Dan Wallbanks, Chris Lewis. Obviously, we've still got the likes of Carl Baker May and Tom Spink who'll be playing. So, yes, of course, we have lost players. I think most countries would have, but the exciting thing is that there's new players, and that's what that's the good thing about the game. So of course, we're losing good players, but we're gaining some as well. So
Yeah,
Sure.
as Daniel Wolbank say in the chat, new generation of talent. So finally,
exactly,
again,
and that's
yeah,
that's the beauty of foot golf. You're for personal reasons, people have to move on with their lives, families, etc. But and that's one of the things going back to the start of the conversation, that the growth of foot golf. One of the main reasons why we had to do what we had to do was to improve the growth in England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland, and it's the same for everywhere. You're going to get new players all the time, and part of the reason why we're having to do what we do is to allow that. So old players go, but new players come. So it's one of those
yeah,
things.
Definitely, definitely, and I think it's good. I mean, when all that happened, I think everybody was, let's use common sense. Let the English and the Scottish and the Welsh play by themselves. It's their own country, and they have their own association, and the more countries, the better for us, for everyone. So it's better to
Yeah,
have four countries than just have UK, a very powerful country, but instead of that, it's better to have four really good countries that can still win like UK did. So I think it was something really good, and we were all in this case rooting for you guys. Yeah, I was just taking a look at the first round. This is how the World Cup finished after the first 2 days. Now everything is gonna be divided after the first day of competition. That's the only round that is gonna count for the group stage thing. We talked about this before. But in Marrakesh, it was only one round. No, sorry, it was two rounds instead of one. And after two rounds, this was the top 16 teams that made it to the team competition. United
Yeah.
Kingdom with minus 34, France minus 29. Funny enough, those two teams were the final, United Kingdom and France. And then Argentina, who lost against the US, big surprise. Netherlands and Italy, who lost against Spain, big surprise as well, not for us, but for the rest of the world it was. Portugal lost against the US. I have it here, break it down so we can take a look at it, guys, if you want to stick around, so we see a little bit about especially what teams made really good lineups for those games. And we're gonna start with, for example, this game,
Yeah,
Italy.
Piero, sorry. Now I think it's more fair because in Marrakesh, of course, for example, Argentina, France, UK have a lot of players, so it's not really fair against the other teams that don't have a lot of players. But now I think it's okay. You have to choose 6 players, and then they count 4. So I think now it's more fair. I don't know if it's the best way to make a team competition because now it's up to depend of the individual players, but it's more fair than Marrakesh. It's my point of view, of course.
Correct. Yeah, I think it's every time it gets better and more, as you said, more a team thing than just, before it was 4 players. Then I think in Marrakesh it was more players, but everything started too late, in the quarterfinals or the round of 16. So not every team could play. And now I think everybody's gonna enjoy the team competition, which I think is the soul of the World Cup and what everybody's really waiting for. I wanted to talk a little bit about Italy. We don't have, if anybody from Italy is watching the show, I don't know, Marco Panero is usually watching us. If you want to join Marco, because Italy is another team that it's a little, for me, it's a little question mark. They're a really big country of football, so many licenses. I know there is a little internal wars. So the guys from Treviso won't be taking part of the team like they were in Marrakesh. This was the team that Italy put in the only round they play in Marrakesh because they lost against Spain. But it was Cervini and Matzer in the four ball, Esposito and Piscopo. I think Esposito is not coming. Bataglia, Joffre, and then the singles, Tamaro, Brescacin, which is not coming, Flavio, Daniel Tamaro, De Pascal is coming, and Pavan. Mati, what do you know about the Italian team? You probably know a little bit more about them. Do you know any
No,
new players?
yeah, there are a lot of new players, and also they are preparing a lot this World Cup. I don't know exactly who is going to play the team competition, but like England, like Scotland, like France, Argentina, there, and you told before they have a lot of licenses, and there are a lot of good players, and it's like in
Lot of good
Argentina.
players.
Yeah, it's like in Argentina. There are a lot of players that, for example, they never travel around the world. So finally, we can expect a couple of surprises about yeah, Italy and all the countries.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally, yes. I can imagine that there's so many Italian players we don't know, and they will probably be important for the team. So for me, that's why Italy is a question mark because they're gonna be powerful, but nobody really knows what players are their strengths. I know obviously Andrea Piscopo is a great player. Marco Pavan is it's a really good player as well. But these are the all known players. There are probably
Yeah.
some new ones that we don't know, and they're gonna be probably very important for them.
Piero, there is a good message from Ant Brolia. Can you put it in the screen?
Yes, I did already.
Can
I did
you
already. Yeah.
can you pull the previous one about what Scotland's last result against England was as well, please?
Yes, I did. I pulled all these comments when you were talking. But yeah, let's go.
Go
Let's.
go to that one first.
Machi, you speak about the new system with the 6 players. I think there will be a lot of surprises because if you take some countries, for me, I have one example, like Norway. Norway, they can have 6 really good players, so
Yeah,
maybe they can finish in front of a lot of best teams
yeah.
because on the 6 players you take the best 5
Best
and
4, I think.
and
Best four,
four.
yeah.
Yeah,
4. So the best 4 scores. So they have for sure 4 really good players, and a lot of countries are in this position. So maybe we can have a lot of surprise.
Yes,
yeah.
and
For
I.
me, Norway is gonna be one of the not surprised because we know which kind of player they have, but they are going to make a really
But
good
not
World Cup. I
not
think so.
everybody know. Not everybody know the player from Norway,
Yeah,
for example.
yeah,
And we have to say
yeah,
that Norway and Orlando are very similar weathers and atmospheres, so that will be something really good for the eyes and everything. The penguins in Orlando. No, I'm just being stupid. Of,
No,
of course, Norway is a good country, and Norwegians have been all over the world. You know, I know some lot of players have international experience. So for sure, Norway is a team that maybe not everybody knows, but they will have their chance. And it's a group stage. You know, like everybody's gonna qualify. All the teams that we have in mind are gonna be in the group stage. So if maybe in one group we find Slovakia, Scotland, and Norway, whoa, be careful because only one goes through and the best two teams go through. So if two or three teams are together in the same group after that, first round
Yeah,
of
yeah.
singles, that's gonna be very interesting.
Piero, how's the Spanish team looking? There many new
What do you wanna
players?
know? Well, the Spanish team
It's really good.
has been renewed nearly in 80%. If we take a look, I was right before looking at this. Let me go back. But if we take a look, for example, at the team that played against Italy, are you watching this right now? Okay, so
yeah.
this is Team Spain against Italy. Let's say that from here, only Masip is on the team. Godoy is now a senior. He's not playing. Moreno is not playing. Bello is another one too, and Piero three. So the team competition right now, only three guys are gonna be in that team. Alberto de Benito, it's gonna be there as well, but I don't think he's gonna be in the first stage of the group. So yeah, I think 80% of the team is new, but all the new players are really good. We have Carlos Calvo, we have Borja Calvo, who was the winner of the Portugal Open. Carlos Calvo has been winning tournaments nationally and internationally. Also, Sandro Rodriguez, the champion of Spain. He's also a former football player from Spain, from Tenerife. Really, really good player, really skillful, really small as well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like most of us. So yeah, I think Spain has a chance.
And Noe is really, really, really strong.
Who?
Noe
Noé
Cortiñas,
Cortiñas for
Noé,
sure. Noé is a really strong player as well. So
smart player.
unbelievable.
I think our only mistake will be to think that we are favorites and we have to win it. I think the best thing about us in Marrakesh was that we were the underdogs. Nobody was
Yeah,
expecting anything from us, and we could build up something from there. If we now go here saying that because we were fourth in Marrakesh, now we have to win, I think we're lost. If we're humble and we work every point, obviously we are candidates to win everything. But we just have to go step by step. But we have the team, we have the names.
Liam and Matt, probably you know better than us. What happened with Ireland?
I think not too dissimilar. I think there was politics, but they're bringing a side, and from what I've seen, it looks like quite a strong side. So I don't know some of them, but they're bringing a pretty good side by all accounts. So, but same with I think there's been politics and stuff within Ireland, similar to everywhere. I think, but yeah, they've got a side coming. So, and I think they'll be strong. I think they'll quietly fancy their chances.
So Ireland played the Marrakesh World Cup. They made it to the first round, and I think I'm just trying to look for the lineup of that game. It was
I think there's
Ireland.
a few of the same that are coming. I think.
Yeah, let me find it. It was Ireland against here. So this was the Irish lineup in the round of 16 where they lost against the Netherlands. So O'Driscoll and Brennan, I don't know if you know these guys. I know Barry and Gary Mullin. I don't
Yeah,
know the other guys. They probably
Burns.
have some new ones as well.
Yeah, I think there's some of them. I'm not actually 100% sure. I think there's 4 or 5 names there that are going, and then new ones, but I'm not sure if you can get up the list for Ireland. But I think there's a good 3 or 4 at least of those that are coming.
Yeah,
James Barry, really, really good player.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's very great player, and yes, Ireland is very green. So all the countries who have a lot of green, they have to be good at football because you guys can practice. So yeah, I'm putting. I don't know what's the top of Ireland. But obviously it's a team that you don't want to face in the first round because it's very competitive. They have a lot of experience, and probably they have no pressure, nothing to lose. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Ireland. Pedro Brito is telling me here that they lost 4-3 against the US and they almost surprised them. Yes, the US and Portugal. I want to talk about these two teams. Starting for Portugal,
Yeah.
a lot of people put Portugal as one of the candidates. Cedric, you have been playing more in Portugal than nearly in France, so you probably
Yeah,
know
yeah,
this
yeah.
team
No,
very
I
well.
can.
What are your thoughts about
No,
Portugal as a team?
no, I can tell you some words about Portugal. It's really impressive. The level is really impressive because sometimes I'm going to Portugal and I play a really good round and I didn't win. I, I finish in sometimes in third or fourth position and I say, wow, I play well. And sometimes there is, for example, I play -8 and I see a player of -12 and I say, how is possible? So they have crazy player.
Yeah,
The level is
even
really good.
the last weekend, I think 250 was playing there, and Ben Nico was there, but the Portuguese player are in the top, so
No, no,
the
no, it's
level
crazy.
is
But
really
the
impressive.
the difficulty in Portugal, and it's different for me, and it's really hard. So they play only one round, and one
Uh,
competition is one round. And for me, it's difficult because, for example, the last time I go in Portugal, if I take the total of the two scores, I win the weekend. But it was one step and one step, and sometimes we have some difficulty to start well the first round, and the second we can come back. So that's the difficulty in Portugal, but they have really good players.
Yes, in 18 holes tournament, of course, more players has the chance to win.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, the level they are improve a lot in
And
Portugal,
they
Spain. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and they
and
made a really good job on the championship.
yeah.
and this is the game that Pedro Brito was talking about. That was the first round. Team USA, which was the defending champions, they won in Argentina, so they were playing their first round as defending champion, and they played Portugal, who didn't have enough players, and they play with a girl, with Daniela Branco. I think it was Daniela Branco. She was playing the foursome, one of the foursomes. They had to play. Wow, that was tough. Nash and Godfrey. So that was
Nice,
a
easy game.
tough game for them. And look at the if we take a look at Portugal, I see some of the names that will be there again, like Flavio Aceña, like Pedro Brito, Miguel Maya. I think Ricardo Esteves is not there anymore, but Vitorino, Piedade in the four ball, and probably some players that came in the last time that will be also important for Portugal.
Yeah, they have really good player who can join the team for sure.
Yes, definitely. So also a lot of pressure for Portugal after talking about this. That Cedric put you as one of the favorites. So let's hope that Portugal goes far, because we want to see, teams or countries that are doing really good the things in their country. We want them to see them succeeding in this tournament, because it's a prize for the job well done. So Portugal, good luck in this World Cup. And then in the other side, guys, we have the U.S., another team that Matt and especially you, Liam, you know very well for all those Jensen Cup challenges. And in the U.S., I think, well, this was the first round. I don't think they played their best, since they were probably thinking Portugal wasn't going to be a big rival for them. And they play, for example, with Carusas and Johnson, which is a senior pair. These guys will be playing the senior competition right now, and then Jorge Vázquez, Sharif Khatib, Julian Nash, Jordan Godfrey, Shui, Wallace. So, Liam, anything you want to say about the U.S. team, that you know them very well?
Yeah, I mean, they're very good. I think they're one of the teams that I'm intrigued as to see how they line up, because I think that team there is very good. But I think obviously similar to what we're all experiencing, probably financially, it was difficult for a lot of the Americans to come over to Marrakesh. So it'll be interesting this time. There's obviously no excuses in terms of players traveling and stuff. Obviously, you still got the cost, but USA are one of the teams that I think will be very, very strong. It'll be interesting to see how they line up, because quite a lot of those are still playing again. And then I think you've got the likes of Angel Reyes. They're looking strong, I think.
Yes, Angel Reyes. For me, it's one of the best ads for that team. You know, he couldn't play the other World Cup,
Caesar as
and
well. Caesar's playing.
yes,
Chavez.
Cesar Chavez, I think he's playing as well. Yeah, and then Var Boitila, and they have obviously Nick Wallace made it to the senior
And
category, so
Ayas.
they're losing him. And Ayas Catania, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, and they're playing home. You know, it's a local team. They're playing home.
Yeah.
I mean, none of them are from Florida. I think only maybe just one or two, but they're playing home. They're playing their country, and you know, Americans are always very competitive. So we can always wait the best for them. All right, guys. We're gonna be wrapping up a little bit with you guys. I don't know if there's anything else you wanna add. We're only 10 days away from the World Cup, so speak now or be quiet forever. Matt,
No,
Liam, Cedric.
for me, I want to say we can see every year the level is improving, and it's really crazy because now a lot of players are really good and are improving. So I think it will be the hardest World Cup. But I think at the end, in individual, the best player will be on top because you have no excuse with 4 rounds, with 4 different courses. Yeah, as you say at the beginning, there is no luck with 4 rounds of 4 different courses. All the best will be on the top. But on the team, I think it will be more difficult to make a bet because there is a lot of teams who can do it. But if I need to make one piece, I will put it on France.
Of course, Cedric. But that smile at the end proves that you are not talking serious.
Cedric, who would you say if you couldn't say France?
Nice.
Honestly, there is a lot of teams, but I was really surprised when I go in Argentinian Open. I see lot of good players. It was really impressive for me. For example, a player like Joaquim Arias, I was shocked because when I see him played with this ball, the ball of Machi on the back, yeah, no, Argentina will be really strong for sure. And I know the difference with France, it's the mentality. When I play in Argentinian Open, I see, wow, there is like dogs. They are on the course, they are crazy. You can feel the passion. So I think it will be a really strong team. And if I need to say another team who will be strong, it's Slovakia. The level is really impressive.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of teams like you say England, you have Scotland. They can play at the level because on as you say, Liam, it's a match play. Everything is possible. For example, you lost the first point, the second point, and you can lose the control. So it's difficult to bet on one team.
Okay. I'm just writing your what you just said to put it on the screen. After France, my favorites are Argentina and what other team you said?
Slovakia.
Slovakia. Cedric Bonat. This is the good thing about this show. We can do TV live with headers. Let me put this, and there you go. Show, ad, show. There you go. See? After France, my favorites are Argentina and Slovakia. Cedric Bonat. Wow. This is like a gossip show, man. Mati, no sound. You have no sound. Mati. Okay. Matt, after Scotland, England, what would you say? Wait for it. Liam, Matt, after Scotland, what team would you say it's the favorite?
Obviously, the French will definitely be strong, but I'll be looking out for Spain. I think Spain have got quite a lot of quality, a lot of individuals out there. It'll be exciting to see what they could bring. I know a lot of them have been doing pretty good. So, I think after the qualification stage and seeing how they progress in the group, I think a lot of people will be looking out for them.
Nice, nice. Okay, I'm gonna forget about what you just said, so we put no pressure on my guys. Liam, anything
Stay
to add?
humble. Stay humble.
Stay humble, exactly.
I always say Slovakia. I think they always seem to do well. I think they'll be disappointed with how they've done because they expect to do better. But I would say Slovakia, and I'm gonna say the US.
The US, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the US, it's winner of the 2016 and sorry, 2016 and third place in the 2018. So they never ever not make it to semifinals. So we gotta give some credit to them. And of course, yeah, the US, it's another team that maybe not everybody's talking about because they're not in Europe, but they have really good players and I think a very strong mentality. So we'll see what happens.
And you, Piero?
For me, hmm, I will say, where is Mati? He left? Oh, he's there. I took him off. Sorry, Mati. All right. Okay. So for me, I will say after Spain, if I have to say Spain, I'm gonna put the pressure on Scotland because I was really impressed with them when I was in the Swiss Open. I saw many Scottish in the top positions, and I felt the broad between them. I think that thing that you went through, all the issues, with UK foot golf, and be a family, be a team, to be a country. I think everything, all that process, makes that brotherhood that is really necessary on a team. So for that reason, and obviously the level of play, but especially for that brotherhood that you have and that connection, I will say Scotland. It will be my favorite to win the World Cup, but who knows? We'll see. We hope it's really hot and I'm wrong. All right,
And
guys.
Mati?
We're
Mati?
gonna Mati after Argentina.
Sorry, I lost the connection. Now, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
You lost your
Hola,
connection
hola, hola, hola.
long
Okay.
time ago, Mati.
Okay, so for me, yeah, after Argentina, I have to say the last world champion, France, for sure. Really professional. I think they have all the key to win the World Cup again. And I want to say Norway. Norway gonna be a really good performance in the World Cup. So I put my bet there.
Norway?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, interesting. Love it. Let us 1 second. I'm just writing something else. Let us know in the comments. All right, guys. So we're gonna be wrapping this up. We're gonna move to Spanish, guys. Sorry for everyone who doesn't speak Spanish, but we're gonna do a little chat in Spanish. Probably the same we did in English, but now in Spanish for all that people that still haven't learned or they don't know much English. They can
Entiendo
also
un poco.
understand what we're saying. But anyways, next week we might do another one, maybe inviting some girls and some seniors, so we can also go through the women and the senior competition, which I think are gonna be really hot. Both categories are growing every time, and I can't really wait to see, for example, the girls in Asia playing against the girls in Mexico and the US and the girls in Europe. I don't know which is the country with the best female players, and now they're gonna have their own World Cup, so we'll find out what country is that very soon, and I'm really excited for that part as well. And hopefully we can watch everything on TV and we can follow, because it's gonna be hard to travel to every course and walk and see everything. So I really hope the TV coverage it's good enough to sit down in our hotels and watch everything from our hotel beds. I think that will be the dream.
Piero, let me say something. First
Yes.
of all, I'm really happy to make that live with some players from around the world, some friends. I think we need more things like that because foot golf needs more media, more professional situation. And I think all the players around the world wants that kind of live stream. And of course, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Cedric. I think it's really late in Europe, but I'm really happy to share that kind of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
echo that. Agree.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, guys. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
No, our
it's nice.
pleasure. It's our pleasure, and we have to, at this stage of this point of the sport, we have to play to be players and also play to be journalists, and be in both parts. But I think the sport needs this. We are really crazy about this sport, and there is nothing where we can watch or talk. We end up watching golf because it's the closest thing to foot golf on TV. So I think it's important to keep having this type of show, so people gets more motivated about what's coming, which is a huge World Cup with many players, many things to talk and to analyze, and hopefully we can keep doing it here with you guys. So thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Cheers.
guys.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Bye bye. Okay, so we say goodbye to Europe, Mati, and we stay in Latin America.
We,
uh you're gonna see, if we start speaking Spanish, you're gonna see the number of viewers going down crazy. My heart will be split between Scotland and Spain. Hopefully, it's a final between them. Mati, your connection. Mati, your connection.
I don't know if you can
It's time, Piero. Thank you so much. Streaming getting better every time, Piero. Thank you so much.
hear me
I,
or not. It's okay. No.
Mati, you are breaking up. You're breaking up. I'm gonna take it off. Check your internet, Mati. Check your internet. You're down. Okay, so while Mati gets ready, see, guys, I'm doing this show and I'm training for the World Cup. You see, I'm getting the heat. I'm getting used to the Caribbean sun. So this is two by one. Okay, ask Mati who will win. Who will win the dance off at the ceremony? We'll see. We'll see. I didn't know that there were a competition, but yeah, it will be nice to have that ceremony where we all listen to our anthems, and we share our love for foot golf. Okay, guys. So we are gonna move to Spanish. Unfortunately, that's what Mati was asking me. We got some people who can't understand what we're saying, but I'm pretty sure if we move to Spanish, a lot of you are gonna just leave. So we're gonna wait for Mati to come back. Some other things I wanted to talk. I wrote um, let me see. Let me see. I have here a little script of we were gonna talk today in the show, in the video competition. Okay, yes, we're gonna talk with Mati about players to watch. What are the players you must see if you watch this World Cup? What are the players also who are not gonna be in the World Cup and they are gonna be missed because they are top players, not in the World Cup? But I think Mati, do you wanna move to Spanish, Mati, or we continue a little bit more in English? Because I think if we go to Spanish, everybody's gonna run away.
No, no,
It's
of course we can continue.
up
I
to
don't know
you.
if my
Okay.
connection is okay now.
Yeah, now it's perfect. Now it's HD. The sun
Okay, I
is
want to
going down
say
here.
before
Let me move a little bit because
I
I'm getting
want
the
to
sun too much.
I want to say before if we can make a promise with the other players because I think we have the chance to be in the last two final flights. So if that happens, we can make a good promise. But now
What do you mean?
they are
Like
left.
running
So
naked through the center of Buenos Aires, for example?
why not? Why not?
Or in a tanga. How do you say?
Yeah,
String.
I don't know. Yeah,
I've seen you in a tanga before in a picture with a
yeah,
machine in the grass, no?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The gardener, the gardener.
The gardener, yes. Okay, Mati. I was telling the people that we were gonna go through some of the best players in the World Cup. I'm not gonna say candidates, but we're just gonna say that these are players to watch, probably candidates, not favorites. But if you never watch foot golf or you don't really know what players you should be looking at, or maybe putting the star in that blue golf thing, so you know what players you want to see. We're going to let you know in a minute. Before we have some questions, Piero, make sure you bring me my cup. Okay, for sure. I will for sure. No, don't worry. You will have it there. And then here, Mati, can we have a petanque
Oh,
competition again?
yeah,
Yes, that was
we
from
have to make
Rentré.
a World Cup competition with petanque. I think France and Switzerland are going to win. But I improved my petanque a lot. Watch out! I have a lot of good teachers.
Okay, good, good. Petanque is like foot golf, but with your hand and with a smaller ball and with no holes and with right, Mati? But very similar,
Yeah,
nearly the same.
we call here in Argentina we call bochas. Maybe in Spain also.
Bochas. Yes, I know this guy. I'm following this guy in TikTok who is like a bochas, really, really huge guy. And he's Argentinian and he plays bochas and everything thong. Yes, that's tanga thong. Thank you, Martin. You're the man. Uh, but yeah, these guys in Argentina are really funny with this sport, which is similar to football because you have to read lines and try to right
Yeah,
put the ball in a certain place. So okay, Matt is asking a question now. Matt came from being an interviewee to be the interviewer. If you could choose any two players at the World Cup to play with in your group, who would you choose?
oof.
Interesting question, Matty. You probably play with everybody in the world.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not easy to say one or two in the flight. I think if they are not talking a lot, for me it's okay. Uh, but no, no, I like to talk during the not during the kick, no, of course. But I don't like when you have a player in your flight like a horse that they never talk, they never say nothing. So I prefer a good conversation, just speak about the holes, speak about the strategy, and when you have the turn to kick, everything quiet, everybody quiet. I think it's okay. So there are a lot of good players to have in our flight. I think
Yes,
Matthew is one
definitely.
of the player that you can join in the flight. Of course, he talk really faster for me, for example. So it's not easy to understand, but during the years, I improved my understanding. So gonna be okay to understand Scottish language.
Yes, yes. Scottish is not easy to understand. I will say maybe somebody from Japan, from Australia, from Malaysia. Since I've been sharing rounds with people in the USA, Mexico, and in Europe, I would like to share maybe with I don't know. For example, I forgot the names. For example, my friend Suzuki from Japan. No Nissan, no Honda, Suzuki. That's the way he always tell you to remind his name. So Suzuki will be great. And I don't know, maybe somebody from Malaysia, somebody from Australia, that part of the world
Yeah,
that we never get to play with them. So it will be nice. Or maybe somebody from South Africa. There is a big team from South Africa coming, apparently well trained and ready to compete. So we'll see what the South African players can bring to the game. But it will be nice to meet them and see how they're building up the sport in their country.
also
Okay,
it's good to have Cedric in your flight because you can film Oriole 18 holes. So
okay, that's
it's
right. That's right. Is he gonna be allowed to film? Because is he gonna bring his own cameraman? Because I don't know how France is doing with their friends, with their camera team and everything. Because you have to pay for the camera, right?
oh
There is a
uh,
fee. If you want to bring your own cameraman from the national team, you still have to pay a
really
fee of the caddy. Oh, South
really
Africa present. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
we
Look, watching us, Carlos. How are you, Carlos? Can't wait to meet
we
you
can
guys.
talk with Carlos. No, Piero, we can
Carlos,
send the link if he wants.
yes, Carlos, do you want to be on the show? If I don't know, in South Africa, it's probably right now like 11 or 12 at night, so it's not a bad time. I don't know, or maybe later. I don't know, Carlos. If you want to join and let us know how are you doing in South Africa, feel welcome. I will send you here the link if you want. We pay two cameramen normally for France, so France is gonna have their cameraman.
Yes, Carlos say yes,
Say
so you can
yes.
send
Okay,
the
Carlos, how can we send you this, Carlos? Because if I send you in here, it will be a mess. Carlos, can you add me to Facebook?
no no maybe I can send the link to him by Instagram.
Yes, okay, do that. So we're gonna have somebody from South Africa telling us how they're doing. I can talk a little. Sure, Carlos, that'll be nice to see how is South Africa doing because you guys are gonna be the second African country in the World Cup. after Morocco, but I think you guys are gonna have more players than Morocco did in 2018, and it'll be nice to hear from you. Hiro from Japan, Mati Dove. People are answering here the question about who do you want to play the round with. That's a nice foursome. So we're gonna talk about the players to watch while Carlos joins the show, Mati. And
Yeah, I don't know, Carlos. Do you have Instagram or some social media? I can send you the link. We will see. Yeah, we don't talk about Japan, Piero. So I think it's another good team just to pay attention and see what happened, because after 4 years, I think gonna be a really good team, even more prepared than Marrakesh.
yes, Japan, of course. The Japan for me is another interrogation mark because you don't really know how Japan is gonna do. They will probably have a really good team. They will take it really seriously. No doubt about that. They don't come here to do tourist or take
Yeah.
pictures. They come here to compete, and they did it. They actually won the Pacific Cup for the first time against the U.S. That was a tournament celebrated after the U.S. Open 2021, and Japan beat the U.S. and the US had all the players that you can imagine. So I think it was a short competition, yes, a day competition, but Japan won. So watch out with Japan. Probably a really good team and a team to have in considerations for sure. And they will probably have a bunch of players.
This is a very good question, Piero. I think. Any guess on how many players might get injured after practicing?
Look, let me show you a video. This is funny, Mati, because I was taking a look at I don't know if I have it here, but I was taking a look at of the World Cup in Argentina, and I remember a lot of guys got injured, and it was only 3 rounds plus team competition. I don't know if you remember this guy who was crying from Holland. Remember in the last round because he was doing really good and he got injured when only 3 or 4 holes left and he had to withdraw and they took him on a cart. Remember that, Mati?
In
And
Argentina, from which country?
from Holland, from the
Ah,
Netherlands.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
he was
yeah,
crying. He was crying, and
yeah.
and in that tournament, a lot of guys were injured. And I remember playing with Carl May. I don't know, Carl, if you're watching this, but I remember Carl May. He played with me 2 rounds. I think the 3 rounds. I think I played with him the 3 rounds. And the last round, he was injured. He was injured before starting the round, and he played the whole 18 rounds, the whole 18 holes, full power, everything. But he was just screaming like a wow. I still can remember his screams because he was hitting the ball 100%, and right after he hit the ball, he was like like complain for 5 seconds, and then just kept limping and walking to the ball. And I was like, wow, man, this guy is not gonna finish the tournament, but he did finish. And I think we're gonna find a lot of that in in Orlando. After maybe 3-4 days of competition, somebody's already sore or maybe has a little injury, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna die here." I'm gonna go all the way until I can't walk. So I think at the end, maybe it's gonna look like the Special Olympics. The competition. A lot of guys, struggling to finish. But I mean, 10 days of foot golf is just a lot. So be careful with the practice round. Don't give it all. We know the practice round. Some people are too anxious to show everybody how hard they can shoot the ball and everything. So practice round for me, it's gonna be a big day for people to get injured or to get too tired for the rest of the competition. And there is a lot of courses to practice. So I think that's gonna be key. How can you practice 4 courses in 2 days without getting sore? That would be
Piero,
that
you
would be
you
key.
you have any strategy for the practice, or
Jorge
you are
Vasquez,
going
how are
to?
you, Jorge? Good to see you here. Um, I do. Men can only practice 3 courses. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Three of the
Yeah, I
courses.
think so. Yeah, because the final, the
The
course for
orange
the
course?
final, yeah, the orange, you don't
No,
have
but
the
the
chance to
final.
practice it.
No, 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 no. But the main competition final will be in Disney. So nobody will practice Disney. So the men's will play Disney blindfolded. No.
Or for the team competition, maybe.
I don't know
Yeah, I
because
think
but if you're gonna play 4 courses in the individual competition, how come you can't practice those 4 courses? I don't understand. Because
Andres
I'm sure.
Vilancieri knows everything about that. I will tell him if I will ask.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you should be able to
Carlos,
practice all the courses.
Carlos, I'm already send the request in on Instagram. You have to accept me, and I will send the link to join
I'll send
us.
you the link, Mati. Can you send the link too?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I will send. Yeah, did it. So maybe in a few seconds he's going to join us. Yeah, I have to understand exactly how is the way to practice, how many courses, which courses we are going to practice. So yeah, I don't know
Okay,
who
say
is
here,
Sharp.
yeah, it say men can only practice 3, they can walk the others. So
Who is Sharpie?
it says on
Sharp.
practice itinerary. All right. Sharpie, who are you? I think Sharpie should be somebody French, probably, because he knew about
Yeah, yeah,
Petanque.
yeah. Of course.
He's
Yeah.
French, but we don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll find out. So Sharpie
Ah,
is Duffy.
Duffy.
Oh, okay, okay. I think we know Duffy.
That is the reason that he asked
He's the
who is
David.
going to who is going.
He's the David Beckham of the new English team. Because of his his look and his quality. So Sharpie Duffy, good to have you in the show, my friend.
And
Thanks
he
for being
won
part of it.
the dance competition in Argentina. Eh? Watch out. He's
Oh,
the
that's
last
why he
world
was
champion.
acting. I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember that. Yes, yes, yes. He was dancing a lot in Argentina. Probably because he was very happy. Okay, so I don't know if Carlos is ready. We're waiting for Carlos from South Africa. He's gonna let us know how South Africa is getting ready for their first World Cup. And since while he gets connected, Mati, you wanna go through the names that I wrote to be players to watch in this World Cup. Maybe you know some others. I try to be have somebody from most of the countries, and actually, we already talked about many of the players in this list. So it will be talking about them again. So the first one I have is James Berry from Ireland. James Berry,
Yeah.
who played a really good Island Cup,
Yeah.
and well, if you gotta pick somebody from Ireland, I think it would be him for his international experience. Maybe there are some others that can be playing at his level, but I think James is really it's a great player. I remember he's a lefty, right? Mati?
No, he seems like lefty because he did it a really amazing shot in the Iceland Cup at hole number 18 with the
18.
left.
I remember that. Okay, so Carlos is here. Mati, we'll continue
So
talking about this, but let's welcome one of the South African members of the foot golf team that you will all meet in Orlando. Welcome, Carlos Gayao. Gayao, is that correct?
Gaião.
Gayao.
Yes, it's correct.
Carlos, how
Gaião.
are you? Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much for receiving me here this evening. And I listen all the players, and I hope it will be a great, great World Cup for all of us. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. So, Carlos, tell me, where are you right now? And what part of South Africa? Are you in South Africa or you're
Yes,
somewhere
right.
else?
No, yeah. Right now, in this moment, I'm in Angola.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I meet you, Matthias. I don't know if you remember me in the
yeah, of course, we
Spanish
take a lot
Open
of
and
pictures.
Portuguese
Yeah,
Open. Yeah. Many pictures. Yeah, I will be part of the South African team because I play in Europe, in Portugal, and Spanish, and in Spain too. But I will integrate the South Africa team because I live here in Angola and work in South Africa, and I do the tournaments in the last year. 3 tournaments we have, and I win the first one in the seniors, and the last one this last month I win the seniors and the overall too, and we'll do this year more tournaments to practice more because this is the last year it was the first year we have tournaments regularly, and I guess in the next years we will improve our way of play, because just 1 year is not easy for the South African team compete with the great teams we will have in the World Cup. But we are here.
Yes, and I think that's the important thing, to be to say, hey, we're here, and you guys are traveling with a bunch of players. Not that, I don't know. For example, my first World Cup, it was, yes, we're here, but
Yes,
it's
20.
just me. It was only one. So you guys are coming with a big team and many players.
Yeah, 20 players.
Wow,
Five females.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
Let me
and 5 seniors. Yeah.
okay. Let me pull up the, yes. How many, and
And 10
also
men.
women, right?
5.
Yeah, 5 women.
Wow.
Yeah, 5.
Wow. That's good. So who will be the best player of South Africa? The guy that you will say, this is gonna be our top player, and we put all the money on him to be at least the first South African in the table.
Yeah, well, like I said, I win the overall competition last month, but I guess we have more 2 or 3 great players in. Maybe in the first rounds there will be some nervous. It's comprehensive. But I guess we have 2 or 3 players who we can fight for a good position in the overall.
In the overall qualification,
Yeah,
for sure.
qualifying.
And
Qualification.
tell me, what's the background, because I see here many names. Everybody is South African. You have some maybe guys who are living in
Yes.
South Africa from other countries. Even yourself, Carlos. I don't
No,
know
no,
what's
no.
your heritage.
Yeah,
Or
the
everybody.
rest of the people are South African and they live in South Africa.
Okay.
But well, the names are because I don't know if you know, but South Africa have many people from other countries, even Portuguese, Spanish guys, and other countries go to there with the people. And some guys are descending from the Portuguese guys. You see 2 or 3 names Portuguese guys, but they was born there
Of course.
and live there
Yeah.
all the life. But there are many players who from are descending from other countries.
For sure. Yeah. Well, we see that also with a lot with the Swiss as well. That they have another last names, but they're all Swiss.
Yes.
So So yes, I'm pretty excited myself, to not only to see South Africa, but maybe in the future to have South Africa in the world tour, so we can all go and enjoy this beautiful country. I don't know how many courses or what's the city.
They already have some FIVG 100, eh?
Yes, I know, of course,
Yeah,
but it's
well,
still small tournaments.
in all South Africa, we have 500 golf
Okay.
course.
In all
Yeah,
Africa?
not yet in all South Africa.
Oh, in all South Africa.
Only
Okay.
in South Africa. Yeah, in
Okay,
South Africa. Of course, we for foot golf, we have prepared four golf course. Yeah, like you see, yeah, in that film, yeah. We prepare for golf course to play, and I guess this year we will have one golf course only for foot golf, only
Wow.
for foot
Okay.
golf.
Where?
Only for
What
foot
city?
golf, because it's near Johannesburg.
Okay, nice.
Near Johannesburg, more or less 100 kilometers.
Great.
Yeah, we will prepare everything to be exclusive golf course for foot golf.
For foot golf, only for foot golf.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's amazing. Well, particularly Carlos, for me, when I see South Africa, I always think about being world champion because the only time I have been world champion in my life has been in South Africa. Obviously, it wasn't me;
Okay.
it was Spain. So seeing so many
Yeah.
South Africans in the tournament is gonna give us a good hope that we can be world champions again. You just bring the bubucelas and everything, so we get into the
Yeah,
spirit
yeah, yeah, yeah.
of South Africa. So,
And
yes, yes, Carlos.
and I will bring you that
Oh,
show
yes,
22,
of course,
the
of course.
symbol of the South African, the symbol of
Yes,
South African, I guess, sports with the ball. Yeah,
I was gonna say that,
this
Carlos,
will
that
be there.
all the South African players will
And
probably have a Jabulani, no?
yeah, no, and these two,
The Angola. Oh, nice. And you are in Angola
the
now.
Angola. Yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah,
seen
yeah.
an Angola in
Well,
Angola. It's the
this
first
will
time.
travel with me. Yeah, this will travel with me for the
Like a
World
baby.
Cup.
Mm, nice,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
nice. Look, Pedro
Yeah,
Brito is sending you a big hug here. Carlos Gallao, grande
yeah,
abrazo.
Pedro Brito.
Yes, he say play with him
Thank you.
in the Luxembourg
Obrigado, Pedro. Um abraço
Open
também.
pace as well. So yeah, it'll be nice
And in the
to see.
Portuguese Open too.
Yes, exactly. So what are the other South Africans asking you?
Yeah.
Because they probably ask you like, how is the players? How is an international tournament? You are probably the reference they have. Are they really excited about this? Are they afraid? Are they think they're gonna do really good? You know, because they haven't really challenged themselves against other players.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they are very excited to go there and have a big curiosity to see other players playing because all the team except me don't have played yet outside South Africa, and they only see in the TV in the YouTube
Yes,
the
of course.
players playing. Yeah, and it's difficult to understand because of course this is the first season, like I said, this was the first season we have tournaments in South Africa, and all the players are learning to play and learning to learn the golf curve, the golf course,
Yeah.
because it is not easy for us. Is the first time we will play in a World Cup, and almost all the players, well, maybe they have, I don't know, in maximum 10 tournaments, more or less,
Wow.
between our tournaments and weekends of practice.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
Se perdió.
He's gone. Carlos, I think we lost you, Carlos. I was actually finding some footage of South Africa, so we can see a little bit what he's talking about. This is probably a
Strong with
ah,
but we
oh,
play
he was
in the
good.
putts near. Yeah, yeah, this is me. We I know all the people are practice the small distance putts.
But this is not gonna be short distance.
Yeah, I know it, but
No, but I think it's always teams with no pressure always do good, because they have
yes,
no expectations, and they're gonna have fun, and they will probably, if they miss, they won't say, oh, how can I miss that? They will enjoy it, and I think that's all about foot golf, not have those expectations that can really kill your talent. So you just know it's your first time, you're just having a great experience, and I think that will probably make them play better and enjoy more the situations that maybe somebody who has really to make a good result, because everybody's expecting that, and that's also pressure for players. So
Even Piero, even the video
yes, I agree
that
with
you
you.
are show, the course looks really interesting, really challenging. The course in the video. I
Yes,
mean,
yes, yes. Yes, this is a idea from the president of the South African team in federation. This guy in the white with the white shirt is the
Okay.
president, Mr. Norman. This guy. This is exactly the idea he have in these tournaments, to put very, very, very difficult on the course, to the people improve the skills. Okay.
Okay.
He asked me if I agree with that. I say yes. You will have to do some course with very technical difficulties to the people learn to pass that obstacles. And in the World Cup, the green are much easier than that,
Yeah.
because you see we have a fairway very, very small. The length of the fairway is very small and with some difficulties
Yeah.
in our
Yeah.
tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah, finally, if you ask me which shot you have to improve, I think the short. So finally, if you are improving
Yeah.
that kind of shots, gonna be really interesting to see what happened with the South African players in the course in the third part of the hole. I think.
Yes.
But listen, Carlos, this
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
this video is amazing.
Yeah.
It really shows the preparation, everything behind. Not just okay, we're South Africa, we're going there. No, we're getting ready for that. We're training. We're getting together as a team. We're analyzing. We're designing a course as difficult as possible, as you
Yes.
said.
For
So
example, yeah,
yep.
this guy, sorry to interrupt you, but this
No, no,
guy
no, that's
you
fine.
see, not this one, the other one, this
The first
guy
one. Yeah.
designs golf, yeah, designs golf course in South Africa.
Okay.
He have great understanding of what is golf, and he played football in the past, this guy, and he's Scott, and have many skills with him, because like I said, he designed golf course in the past, and he plays football in the past too. He learns the golf course very, very well.
Nice, nice. All right, Carlos. So thank you so much
Okay.
for being in the show and
Thank
letting
you.
us
Thank you.
know how you get ready. And we can't wait to give you a big hug in Orlando and
Thank you.
enjoy the president of South Africa, and obviously share a round and also a good chat about foot golf, and hopefully someday we can be in your country enjoying this beautiful sport.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so. Thank you very much for your attention, and good luck for all.
No problem.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so
Carlos.
much, Carlos.
Bye bye. See
Um,
you.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you so much. See you soon. So that was
Thank you.
Carlos Gallao from Angola, but he's South African, and he was talking about the South African team. And we're
What a
watching
show,
this
Piero.
video.
Eh? What
What
a
a show!
show.
And look at this course, Matty. I really like it. The
Yeah.
course, as he said, really really narrow and really hard. What he was saying remind me a little bit to Honduras, that they wanted to make it really hard for players, and they went a little bit over the top. But it's good they're getting ready for this. They don't want just to be there and say we were there. They want to do it as good as possible, and that tells a lot about them. So
Yeah, but for
heads up.
me, for example, for more fun foot golf and for the beginners player, we need that kind of courses. It's more enjoyable, more fun. So at the beginning, you have to play. Then you need distance. Of have to kick hard. I think this is the key to have more players in foot golf around the world. More fun courses.
Totally, Mati. So we're gonna wrap up the part in English, guys. Vamos a empezar en español. So thank you very much. I mean, you can stick around and learn some Spanish. The Portuguese will probably understand what we're saying. But yeah, we're gonna relax a little bit and speak in Spanish, starting in 3, 2, 1. ¿Qué pasa, Mati? ¿Cómo estás?
O sea que ahora vienen 2 horas más, pero en español.
Bueno, lo que dé, ¿no? ¿Tienes prisa?
Lo que
Yo lo que pasa es que
no
está
tengo
bajando el
prisa,
sol.
te
Está
está
bajando el
matando,
sol
sí.
y lo ves, ¿no? Lo que pasa es que si cierro esto, no sé si me quedo muy oscuro porque no tengo luz aquí. Entonces no sé si es mejor estar... Ahí estoy bien, ¿no? Estoy
Ahí
bien
estás
iluminado.
espectacular. Ahora, el desafío que tenemos, me parece, es, como estamos completamente en vivo y no hay nada preparado, es cómo lograr que la gente de habla hispana se empiece
A sumar.
a sumar. Así que vamos a ver, vamos a compartir,
Hace,
vamos a...
hace un posteo y etiquétame y así yo mantengo un poquito esto. Por ahora las 15 personas que nos estaban viendo se han mantenido. Por ahí he recibido algún mensaje de que ha habido comentarios por aquí de gente que me ha llegado también al WhatsApp, algún compañero mexicano estaba justo diciendo que hemos matado a México por eso de que hemos dicho de que los equipos, bueno, lo han comentado el escocés, o bueno, lo ha dicho Liam, que obviamente que ellos se quedan todos en el mismo hotel. Creo que algunos mexicanos no van a estar en el mismo hotel y justamente me habían escrito por eso. Pero bueno, al final no hay una fórmula concreta, no se sabe si estando todos juntos o si cada uno está a su bola también se puede estar más relajado. Al final esto es un testeo y bueno, hay que ver cómo funciona todo, pero todo es válido y aquí obviamente no señalamos a nadie, lo único que obviamente pues le damos la voz para que la gente nos cuente cómo se prepara para el Mundial.
Pero
Eh,
pará, perdón, Piero, ¿por
sí.
qué? Porque quizás no sabemos. México que no va todos juntos al mismo lugar.
No, creo que México se quedan en casas y tal, como obviamente los mexicanos tienen
Ah,
tradición también de venir a Estados Unidos, pues hay gente que tiene aquí casas, que tiene tiempo compartido y bueno, pues al final como que cada uno se ha buscado la manera y México está entrenando y están haciendo un gran trabajo, simplemente no se van a quedar todos en el mismo hotel por una cuestión de comodidad o de presupuesto, no lo sé exactamente por qué y eso pues no tiene por qué ser algo negativo ni positivo, cada cual pues creo que en el campo se decidirá la suerte de cada uno y no en los hoteles. Así que bueno, eso era
bueno, ahí
simplemente un
ya
comentario
tenemos
que
un
estaba
primer
recibiendo.
mensaje en español, ¿eh? De a poco viene desde el sur de Buenos Aires, sur, en realidad de General Roca. Buenas noches, amigos. Qué gusto compartir todo esto, que ya es una realidad. Orlando 2023, mundialista a los 57 años. Una locura. Y esto es lo que está
Tremendo.
pasando con el deporte, ¿no? La posibilidad de jugar un mundial a cierta edad. Creo que esa es una de las claves que tiene el fútbol, si uno me pregunta.
Totalmente. Mira, y se nos fueron 5 personas. Ahí estaban los 5 ingleses que ya dijeron, bueno, ya esto creo que no lo vamos a entender en la puta vida. Ahora hay que recuperar esos 5 con 5 argentinos. Así que mueve tus influencias. Aquí nos
Los
comenta,
americanos tampoco.
ajá, ahí está, los americanos tampoco se quedan juntos. Fernando Satori nos cuenta, parte del Team USA, a pesar de que es de origen boliviano, pero el señor Fernando Satori va a estar jugando para Estados Unidos, así que si el equipo local no se queda junto, pues entonces tampoco creo que sea un gran hándicap. Todos por todos lados. Los de Estados Unidos también es entendible, ya hemos gastado suficiente en este mundial y si encima te obligan a quedarte en un determinado hotel que a lo mejor está por encima del precio de algo que tú habías encontrado, creo que ya con el sacrificio que hemos hecho todos de poder jugar este mundial, creo que es suficiente y tampoco se le puede exigir a la gente estarse quedando donde le digan. Así que bueno, nosotros obviamente simplemente aquí informamos y no condenamos ni opinamos. Nos dice adiós Carlos, que estés muy bien. Por aquí nos está escribiendo ahora Sandro Rodríguez,
Andrea!
del que hemos estado hablando antes. Abrazo grande para los dos, nos vemos pronto, claro que
Qué
sí.
jugador, ¿eh? Qué
Sí,
jugador,
yo no,
mamita
no he
querida.
tenido la oportunidad de jugar tanto con él porque obviamente no nos ha tocado, nos hemos visto una vez en la vida, pero
Calidad.
tremendo jugador y lo que era como futbolista y las faltas que metía siendo futbolista, la verdad que no solo tú, pero muchas personas me han hablado de la técnica de Sandro, que es un jugador que impresiona verle golpear a la pelota. Y bueno, para mí ahora es importantísimo porque es mi compañero de selección y a muerte con el gran Sandro y con todos los españoles. Así que, Sandrito,
Tengo,
gracias por vernos. A ver,
tengo información, Piero, que me pasa mi amigo personal, el marplatense Andrés Vilancieri, tipo que está recontra metido con el Mundial y con toda su logística.
ok.
Sobre las preguntas que hicimos en la versión en inglés, de qué canchas se pueden practicar y qué no, las canchas que vamos a practicar son la morada, la azul y la verde
Claro, menos la
de,
naranja. Ya.
de Evermore. Y después se pueden caminar las otras canchas los días 27 y 28 de 7 a.m. a 5 p.m.
Ok, lo que pasa es que, a ver, aquí creo que hay algo muy, muy importante e interesante. La cancha naranja, voy a poner aquí un segundito el
Sí.
schedule para que lo podamos ver, pero la cancha naranja, que es donde se define la categoría de hombres, donde se juega esa cuarta ronda, la que no todo el mundo va a jugar, solamente los que terminen en los 100 primeros, esa cancha naranja es la que no se va a poder practicar. O sea, solo podrían estar practicando las otras 3 canchas. Sin embargo, en esa cancha naranja es lo que quería ver. Creo que puede haber una primera ronda de equipos,
De seniors. Y creo
pero
que
de
también,
seniors. O sea, que realmente no la vas a poder jugar. O sea, que literalmente la naranja nadie la va a jugar hasta que la juegue ese último día de competición. Lo único que se podría hacer es caminarla. Aquí, nuevamente, Mati, creo que lo interesante es, por ejemplo, si tienes seniors en tu equipo y mujeres que han jugado esas canchas, esa información va a ser muy importante para que, oye, este hoyo es así, este hoyo es asá, ten cuidado con esto. O sea, por eso esa importancia del jugar en equipo y no solo lo que es jugar en el campo, sino esa parte del hotel en la que se pueda tener estas charlas sobre los campos y quizá alguien que haya jugado muchas veces el campo blanco, porque es un senior, te toca la final de equipos en el campo blanco, no lo has jugado nunca, pero tienes un senior que lo ha jugado 3 veces y te puede hacer un resumen de lo que es el campo o cada hoyo. Creo que eso también va a ser muy importante a la hora de planificar los hoyos. No sé qué opinas.
sí, seguramente. Para mí vuelve, la clave de este mundial es que para todos es nuevo el formato. Vuelvo a lo mismo. Es una ronda en cada campo. Por lo tanto, no te va a dar la chance de te equivocaste en un hoyo y decís, bueno, el día siguiente lo voy a jugar de esta manera. Entonces, hay que ver qué tipo de estrategia se logra, súper agresivo, no, en cuál exigirnos más. Me parece que va a ser un mundial muy interesante desde muchos lugares, pero sobre todo para mí en la planificación,
Mira,
esto que estás poniendo acá.
dice, aquí me está diciendo, supuestamente después de la tercera ronda se puede practicar la naranja los 100 que pasen el corte. ¿Y cuándo se puede practicar eso? Esto me lo está comentando Tincho de Uruguay. Supuestamente, dice. O sea, que es una información muy, muy corroborada.
Claro,
Supuestamente.
el tema es que es una ventaja para los que sí pueden y para los que no. ¿Qué pasa si ese día está jugando la final por equipos?
Claro. Lo que pasa es, Mati, es que si te fijas aquí, la primera ronda individual, ok, se juegan todos menos en el naranja. En el naranja juegan senior y woman. Y luego las 3 rondas de grupos tampoco se juegan en el naranja. Y luego en el naranja juegan team y woman otra vez los cuartos de final. Y luego team y woman. O sea que realmente es cierto que en esa cancha naranja, la única vez que la juega un hombre son los top 100, el último día. No hay ningún hombre que vaya a jugar esa ronda en la competición por equipos, solo seniors y mujeres. Entonces, la cancha naranja se podrá caminar, porque me imagino que nadie, si se pueden elegir 3 campos, bueno, no se pueden elegir, solo se pueden practicar estos 3 campos, el purple, el blue y el green. Y el naranja
No, lo que
entonces
yo
habrá que
pienso,
jugarlo con las indicaciones de los seniors y de las mujeres,
claro,
más esa caminada,
claro,
si te da tiempo a hacerla.
claro. Sí, sí.
Creo
Lo
que
de
esa es
caminar
la...
es medio confuso porque, bueno, no queda muy claro si se va a poder caminar o no, además el mismo día. Nada, imagino que vamos a tener un poco más de data de esto. Bueno, falta muy poco para el Mundial. No sé si
Eh,
tendremos, no sé, Piero, vos que sabés de esto, ahora vamos a la pregunta de Fer, si tendremos como en Marrakech un librito de la guía de jugador, pero impresa, cada jugador en el Welcome Pack, si tendremos algo de todo eso. No sé con qué nos vamos a encontrar, la verdad.
la verdad que si nos remitimos a los US Opens y tal, no suele ser el estilo de entregar una guía de los campos.
No, claro, pero como va a ser el Mundial,
Como es un
imagino que será un
mundial,
poco.
sí que se espera ese extra a la hora de la guía de los campos. No sé si pasará, no sé, en Marrakech creo que había un dibujo, como hace mucho Fútbol France, que también lo hacen en el Abierto de Francia, de dar
Sí, espectacular.
una ilustración
Lo
de cada
tengo,
uno de los hoyos, que te
lo
sirve
tengo
incluso
acá.
para tomar las notas. ¿Lo tienes por ahí? Perfecto. Eso estaría muy bueno. Obviamente eso se estará haciendo en estos días, que Javier ya está en el campo, estará diseñando los hoyos y me imagino que haciendo un mapa de en qué parte del campo está cada hoyo con las distancias. Ese era el de Marruecos, correcto.
Sí,
Y ahí
que lo que
estaba,
tenía de espectacular era esto que vos decís.
exactamente. Y no era de golf, sino de fútbol.
Sí, sí, sí. Bueno, acá todo, ¿no? El itinerario, que está, la guía de jugador está en formato digital, pero bueno, me parece que esto le da bueno, las reglas. Particular acá que me gusta
Cuida tu internet,
y es
Mati,
que
que te está fallando un poquito.
acá estaban los favoritos para el Mundial
Sí,
pasado.
sí. ¿No salías o sí?
No,
¿Salgas?
no, como ahora tampoco. Ahora no
Ah,
estoy ni
¿no?
siquiera no, no estoy ni en el press release, no estoy en ningún lado. Así que me gusta no ser favorito, no aparecer en ningún lado.
Claro, ya te vino bien hace unos años, ¿por qué no hacer lo mismo, no? Hay que repetir lo que funcionó.
Exactamente. Así que por ahora, a repetir. La pregunta de Fer, la verdad, yo no lo sé, no sé si vos, Piro, lo sabés. Imagino que sí, ¿no? Porque.
Sí,
eh,
yo también creo que sí, porque no tiene sentido hacerlo por canchas y luego unirlos. Aquí por lo menos tenemos también lo que es el ejemplo del French Open, que también se juegan canchas diferentes, pero luego los resultados se unen en una misma clasificación. Simplemente es una clasificación donde se indica cuál es el campo que ha jugado. Claro, aquí también es importante ver el par de cada campo. Si todos los campos tienen el mismo par, más sencillo. Si hay un campo que es par 70 y el otro es par 72, pues el que haya hecho 68 golpes tendrá -2 en uno, pero en el otro -4. Entonces, si todos los campos tienen el mismo par, que me imagino que sí, lo habrá hecho así Javier para no complicarse, me imagino que las clasificaciones se unirán, a pesar de que cada uno haya jugado un campo diferente. Ahora nos vamos a encontrar, que no sé, 15 personas empatadas con +2, 18 con +1, 13 en par, 14 con -1. O sea, yo creo que va a ser así, va a ser una locura de resultados porque hay muchísimos jugadores y obviamente muchos jugadores van a tirar -3, -2, -1, par, +1, +2.
sí, la lógica indica que en Blue Golf estará. Francia lo que hace es le pone un puntito del color de la cancha que está jugando, en el French Open por lo menos. Y además también, a lo que voy, es que al jugador va a tener que estar enfocado. Va a ser como varios torneos aparte. Me refiero a, no hay que mirar, por ejemplo, a vos, Piero, te toca jugar en la verde, a mí me toca jugar en la azul. Yo no tengo que mirar lo que está pasando en la verde más como referencia de lo que va a pasar en la verde después, pero no confundirse con eso. Uy, Piero va -7 y yo hice -2. Claro, vos vas -2, vos vas -7 liderando la green core, la verde, y yo puedo ir liderando la azul con -2. Entonces no tiene nada que ver
Sí,
una con la otra. Va a haber que estar atento a eso, no perder, no desenfocarse.
totalmente. El otro día Japo dio un dato interesante, dijo que el campo más difícil es el orange, más completo, y el más
Ok,
fácil para él, el purple.
bueno.
Dato no menor, no menor. El Orange obviamente
En el,
no se va a jugar hasta la última ronda. El Orange nadie lo va a jugar si no está entre los 100 mejores del torneo. O sea que si hay alguien que ya sepa que no va a quedar entre los 100 mejores, que se ahorre practicar el Orange, porque no lo va a jugar. A no ser que
bueno,
sea
pero ahí vamos
senior.
a tener la primera ronda de senior, o sea que algún tipo de referencia vamos a tener.
Sí, no, totalmente. No digo que no vaya a haber referencia, digo que es un campo que solo vas a jugar si terminas entre los 100 primeros. O sea, no hay manera que si eres caballero, menor de 45 años, y terminas del 100 para arriba, no vas a jugar la Orange Course. Ni tampoco seguramente vayas a jugar la White Course, a no ser que tu equipo llegue a semifinales del Mundial. O sea que el Mundial realmente para los caballeros van a ser estos tres campos, Purple, Blue y Green. Que tu equipo se mete en las semifinales y juegas, pues entonces vas a jugar el de Disney, que es el White Course, que es el Magnolia, que es donde juegan las finales Team Competition. Que terminas entre los 100 mejores caballeros después de jugar los tres campos, entonces vas a jugar el Orange. Pero si no es ninguno de estos dos casos, olvídate del Orange y olvídate del White. Vas a jugar solo estos tres campos. En el caso de las mujeres y de los seniors, en su mayoría van a jugar el Orange y el White. El Orange y el White, que me parece curioso que el Orange sea el campo más complicado y sea donde van a jugar todas sus rondas mujeres y seniors, y también la parte de equipos, ¿ves? La ronda de 16, los octavos de final de mujeres y de seniors van a ser en el naranja, que es el campo más completo. Y luego el Orange es el más completo y el White Course es el campo de Disney, que también me imagino que será el más espectacular, por eso de que es Disney, la vegetación, los animales, los bunkers con forma de Mickey. Y en el White Course también van a jugar solamente mujeres y seniors. Solamente van a jugar los hombres que lleguen a la final masculina. Entonces, bueno, para mí es un poquito raro que los dos campos más completos solo se vayan a utilizar en el caso de la final de los 100 jugadores, pero obviamente eso no quiere decir que estos 3 campos vayan a ser una mierda. O sea, estos 3 campos van a ser top, como hemos visto en los vídeos, serán campos complicados, bonitos, difíciles. Simplemente que, bueno, pues el orange y el white, pues para mí van a ser los campos estrella por hecho de que acabamos de comentar. A ver qué dicen por aquí. Dato no menor, Piero menores. Exactamente. Exactamente. A ver qué dice por aquí Fernando Mentasti. Dice, exacto, Mati, pero si hay un puntito que le diferencie, como en Francia, es difícil tener un parámetro del score que te sirve a hacer. Yo es que creo que si estamos pensando en el score que necesitamos, ya estamos complicados, porque hay tantísimos jugadores que como estemos tan obsesionados por ese score que nos va a mantener y ver todo el rato dónde estás, en el 100, en el no 100, yo sinceramente hay tantos jugadores y los campos son tan diferentes que literalmente la referencia de, este hizo en este campo, este hizo en el otro, cada campo es un mundo y creo que hay que tomárselo así, partido cero, nuevo, y tomárselo así, porque como estemos pensando, en este campo Ben Clark hizo -3 y yo voy -4, voy por encima de mis posibilidades, ¿no? Entonces, esas referencias creo que nos acaban matando. Para mí hay que jugar cada campo con la mente en cero y ya está, y darle hasta el final y lo que dé, dio. Después de 3 días lo que dé, dio, y el que se meta entre los 100, felicidades, y el que no, eso es mi manera de verlo, pero bueno, seguramente hay mucha gente que buscará referencias en cada uno de los colores para saber qué score necesita y sobre todo meterse en ese top 100, que creo que es el gran objetivo de todo el mundo. Aquí nos están...
Tenemos el itinerario por algún lado.
Saludos a todos. Nos están llamando aquí Ibai y Coscu del fútbol. ¿En qué campo está o cocodrilo? ¿En qué campo está o
Alligators, en el de Disney. Hay mucho
Suena tu
cocodrilo.
Brasil. En todos. No lo sé, pero en Disney hay bastantes cocodrilos. Yo recuerdo de jugar en Disney también ciervos, tipo bambis, serpientes, monos no recuerdo. Pero
Yo
sí,
jugué
ciervos
en
como
Australia,
cervatillos.
con canguros.
En Australia con canguros, sí, no, increíble.
Increíble,
No,
increíble.
aquí no hay canguros. Pero bueno, esto es un poquitito los campos que vamos a jugar y luego yo creo que también la parte de grupos, ya esto es una lotería. O sea, yo creo que hay que quedar lo más arriba posible, obviamente, pero también te digo que lo que marquen esos 4 jugadores, a lo mejor luego no lo banca el equipo y el que queda en el grupo A luego a lo mejor no es un equipo tan potente. Así que para mí esto es un sorteo prácticamente entre todos. A lo mejor hay algún equipo más flojo que clasifica con menos jugadores y puede ser más asequible, pero bueno, ojo con la fase de grupos porque yo he visto en fútbol muchas sorpresas y para mí no hay favoritos en la fase de grupos. Luego a lo mejor ya en las eliminatorias, ahí sí que a lo mejor se puede decantar un poco más por la experiencia, pero en esa fase de grupos, al ser tan pronto en el Mundial, que es el segundo día, solo habremos jugado una ronda individual y llega muy rápido la fase de grupos. Y esa primera jornada de grupos, Mati, esos 36 hoyos, 18 por la mañana y 18 por la tarde, ahí prácticamente vas a decidir la suerte de tu país. Si pierdes esos 2 partidos, estás arafue, como dicen ustedes. Si ganas uno, el miércoles todavía te vas a poder clasificar, pero como empieces flojo y te cueste agarrar el ritmo, en ese día se te acaban todas tus opciones y se te acaba la parte de equipos. Entonces, creo que es muy importante en la práctica. Antes me preguntabas, Mati, cómo le voy a hacer en la práctica y lo comentaba, ¿no? Y esto es algo personal, pero yo creo que en la práctica hay que tratar de competir. Hay que competir de alguna manera para que cuando lleguemos a la parte de equipos sintamos que ya llevamos varios días compitiendo. Porque si te haces el campo, no competir el campo entero ni jugar los 18 hoyos, pero encontrar algún tipo de competición interna entre los equipos para que se sienta que ya has competido en esos campos. Y cuando llegues en martes no te sientas todavía tan frío a la hora de competir. Eso es lo que yo pienso. Aprovechar esos 2 días no como reconocimiento de campo, sino usarlos como entrenamiento de tu selección. Aprovechar a tus parejas, a tus individuales, a lo mejor poner un partidillo corto de 6 hoyos con las salidas más adelantadas o directamente donde quede el primer tiro, jugarlo desde ahí, pero empezar a tener ese feeling de competir, de sentir el campo, no solo de pasearlo o de practicarlo. Creo que eso podría ser algo interesante o importante. No sé qué opinas, Mati.
Sí, sí, es cierto. Todo lo que decís, digo, sí, personal, como decías, cada uno tiene, a ver, conoce también, ¿no? Por eso vuelvo a lo mismo. Va a ser particular este mundial con respecto a eso, a cómo practicar, cómo jugar, como decís vos, hay algunos que juegan el día de práctica como si estuviesen jugando, que también está bueno, porque en algún punto jugás como lo vas a hacer después, y varios de los mejores entrenadores del mundo dicen que la mejor práctica es cuando uno entrena como si estuviese jugando. Pero bueno, vuelvo a repetir, es un poco de todo, ¿no? Lo que se necesita y muy personal. Veremos
Sí,
cómo será.
eso es
Acá Gonzalito pregunta, ¿hay horarios?
Sí, bueno,
Gonzalito pregunta
Gonzalo no
si hay
sabe que
horarios.
vive en un
Está en un
cumpleaños
cumple.
todavía. Mira,
Está en un
esta
cumple,
pregunta es muy
Gonzalo.
buena.
Sí, sí.
¿Cómo es eso? El tema de entrenamiento. Es muy fácil, Gonzalito. Hay 2 días de práctica y entrenas y ya. Básicamente es eso, Gonzalito, tío. Muy bien, ¿eh? Muy buena pregunta.
Está metido.
Está metido, está metido.
Está metido,
Está
lo veo
buena,
que está.
Gonzalito, está buena. ¿Hay horarios o ya está todo organizado? Sí, dile a Gonzalito a qué hora juega él, que ya salió de los horarios. Creo que le tocó el de las 6:59, ¿no? AM. El primer grupo, sí. Juegas con el
Sí,
campeón japonés,
7:45.
juegas con el campeón japonés, Gonza, y con 2 sudafricanos. ¿Vale? Luego te pasamos tu
Mirá,
tip time.
mirá,
Ojo quién
mirá
apareció.
quién
Ojo quién
apareció.
apareció.
One of the guys who can speak in English better than us. And we miss a lot in the last show, in the show before. So I don't know if he wants to join us now and speak in Spanish, because he knows a lot of the schedule, a
Dale,
lot
dale,
of
dale, dale,
everything
mételo,
about
mételo.
football.
Mándale,
So,
mándale. Lucky,
no, no, ya le mandé, pero
es un pajero, ¿no?
no, fue padre
Pajero. Ah, claro,
recientemente,
no es
entonces
pajero,
tiene,
me gusta, no es un pajero, es padre. Ya no es un pajero. Bien, bien,
padre.
bien.
No, ya no.
Bien, bien, bien. Me gusta que ella esté aprovechando sus aptitudes para crear vida y no solo para regocijarse y tener placer. Bien, Lucky, bueno, si te quieres meter en el show para hablarnos del World Tour, sabemos que eres la persona que lleva los rankings y muchas personas siempre están detrás de los rankings, que cuando se actualizan, cuando se terminan los torneos, cómo funciona el ranking mundial. Lucas Lustó es la persona que le puede resolver todas las dudas, así que si tienen algún problema, hablen con Lucas. Nos está preguntando Lucas a todo esto, ¿hay algún jugador que pueda jugar 10 días seguidos?
No,
Yo creo que sí.
para mí no.
Para mí sí.
Qué bueno.
Pero mira,
O sea, pero al 100% decís.
al 100%, sí. Yo, Mati, yo esto creo que ya lo hemos hablado. Yo creo que si tú haces un buen calentamiento, juegas tu ronda y al terminar tu ronda te vas a descansar, estiras, te pones hielo, descansas, duermes tus 8 horas, bebes mucha agua, ¿cómo no vas a poder jugar 10 rondas seguidas? Por supuesto que puedes. Otra cosa es que te acuestes un poquito tarde, que cuando termina la ronda te quedes en la piscina 2 horas al sol tomándote unas cervecitas y te deshidrates un poquito más, que a lo mejor al día siguiente termines de jugar y no estires porque te tuviste que ir rápido a ver a un amigo que estaba jugando y te hagas 2 kilómetros caminando que no necesitas. O sea, para mí, si te lo tomas como un profesional y descansas y recuperas y te hidratas, ¿cómo no vas a poder jugar 10 rondas seguidas? Para mí sí, definitivamente sí y
Yo,
rotundamente sí. Obviamente hay que estar preparado, hay que estar en forma, pero ¿por qué no? ¿Por qué no? Es fútbol, no es fútbol. El ejemplo más claro es Dani Romero. Dani Romero se metió el US Open, que fueron 4 días, 3 de juego más 1 de práctica, y luego jugó la Janssen Cup, que fueron otros 4 días. Jugó en total 9 días de fútbol. Y dice que llegó al final bien entero, obviamente cargado, pero llegó. Pero Dani Romero es un tipo que igual, que descansa, que estira, que se hidrata, que se toma frutos secos durante la ronda, toma fruta, o sea, es según tú te prepares. Para mí sí se puede, pero bueno, cada quien es diferente y a lo mejor hay personas que no lo aguantan, pero yo sinceramente creo que sí es posible.
ok, totalmente de acuerdo con tu visión. Yo lo que creo es que lo veo difícil mantener, digamos, el ritmo, la potencia, porque es mucho, no solo físicamente, sino también de energía. A ver, sí te digo que hay algunos que pueden tener la chance, no son muchos para mí, porque físicamente es demandante el mundial y no creo que todos los jugadores, los 1000 jugadores, estén realmente preparados físicamente. Pero coincido con lo que decís vos y de hecho nosotros sabemos que tenemos que hacer eso, lo vamos a hacer, para eso nos preparamos y tenemos más chances que varios de poder llegar físicamente ok al último día. Ojalá que así sea.
Totalmente. Y como te decía Mati, quería justo buscar el video ese porque era increíble con Carl May, que iba completamente lesionado. Y creo que vamos a ver mucho de eso. Vamos a ver muchos jugadores lesionados que van a querer aguantar a toda costa. Y los últimos días que a nadie le extrañe de ver mucha gente cojeando, caminando la pelota.
Sí.
Lo hemos visto, yo lo vi en Argentina, que fueron 3 días, lo vimos en Marrakech también. Y bueno, al final la gente no quiere retirarse. Y bueno, hemos visto muchas veces jugadores con dolor que le pegan a la pelota y luego gritan. No sé si vieron el documental de Tiger Woods, te cuenta cómo él ganó un Major con una rodilla rota. Y cada vez que le pegaba la pelota veía las estrellas y ahí estuvo y terminó y ganó el torneo. O sea que, ¿dónde está el umbral del dolor? ¿Hasta dónde podemos llegar? Pues lo vamos a comprobar. Yo ya creo que hay, en la parte de equipos, creo que hay sustitutos, pero en la parte individual, si te ves bien en la cuarta ronda y de repente te pega un tirón en el aductor, ¿qué vas a hacer? ¿Retirarte o apretar los dientes y terminar? Obviamente vas a apretar los dientes y vas a terminar porque ya estás casi viendo la línea de meta. Así que bueno, creo que vamos a tener mucho de eso, por eso hacíamos la broma antes, que en los últimos días a lo mejor eso parece los Juegos Paralímpicos, de ver ya jugadores cojeando, con dolores, pero bueno, es lo que tiene también un mundial tan largo, que al final estamos jugando un Masters de Augusta y una Ryder Cup todo a la vez. Y tú dile a un golfista que se juegue el Masters y la Ryder seguida o entre medias. Te van a decir que si estás loco. Bueno, pues es lo que estamos haciendo nosotros. Así que obviamente lo que vamos a hacer es bastante. Eso creo que está bastante claro. Va a ser un esfuerzo grande.
Sí.
Bueno, Mati, no sé si quieres comentar algo más. Llevamos 2 horas y media aquí hablando como papagayos.
Y ahora en español, pero hicimos un show de 2 horas en inglés. 2 habla hispanos.
En inglés.
Hicimos un excelente show. La verdad que me voy muy contento, porque hubo mucha gente interactuando. Claramente, como les dije a Matt, a Liam y a Cedric, todavía falta mucho de esto. Creo que es un buen comienzo hacer este tipo de shows, más allá de que es el mundial y que hay mucha expectativa. No tengo dudas que en breve vamos a poder tener un show en vivo, no sé si una vez por semana o una vez por mes, pero en el que vamos a estar hablando del deporte y obviamente muy contento con eso, ¿no? Mirá, acá hay un mensaje de una persona que está trabajando allá junto a Javier, que me encantaría invitar.
Voy a poner la foto. A la foto que ha puesto hoy en esto vamos a ponerlo para darle también. Martín.
Me gustaría que hable, a ver si puede, obviamente sin avanzar, sin decir nada que no pueda, pero a ver qué tipo de información nos puede dar, alguna foto, algo. Vamos a ver qué nos puede mandar el amigo personal que tenemos, señor Tinchito Docampo, que espero pueda sumarse. Vamos a ver, ahí le voy a mandar.
Sí, que está en Orlando.
Nada, sin decir.
Está en Orlando, ¿verdad?
Está trabajando con Japo directamente.
Sí, lo sé, le vi hoy una foto en Facebook, lo que pasa es que no sé por qué, o en Facebook o en...
Está reservado, que está bien, pero bueno, algo nos puede decir, ya bueno, Japo, creo que vos en la entrevista que tuviste algo te dijo, pero vamos a ver si se suma. Ahí le mandé, no sé qué hora, 1 hora menos allá en Orlando, sí, ¿no?
En Orlando es
1 hora menos que Argentina.
1 hora más que aquí, 1 hora más para ti, sí.
O 2.
A ver, prueba a ver si está por allí. Yo estaba buscando justo, no sé cómo está él en Facebook, yo creo que he debido ver la foto en Instagram. A ver, ahí está, Tincho Campo, ahí va. Vamos a poner la fotito, porque hoy se tomó una foto que estaba con Javier se ve que estaba con Javier en Disney. Aquí está la fotito.
La típica que nos sacamos en el US Open, ahí con el carrito.
Es correcto. Pero bueno, creo que si lo tenemos es una muy buena foto para mostrar dónde se encuentra. Y él va a ser una de las personas que va a ayudar a Japo, ¿no? a diseñar el campo, ¿verdad? ¿A ti?
No, esto es así. En realidad los campos ya fueron diseñados por Japo hace la primera vez que fue y ahora están como haciendo efectivo ese diseño.
Mira, uy,
que se da con los
ya
hoyos.
tenemos aquí a alguien. Ya tenemos a alguien y creo que es el mismísimo, otra vez en mi Twitch. Ahí está, ahí va a aparecer. Se viene, ahí está, ahí está.
Ojo,
Horizontal.
Voy a controlar a ver qué dice, a ver qué puede decir y qué no.
No se puso horizontal.
Para el otro lado, a ver, no, espérate, a ver.
¿Qué hago? Pará.
A ver.
Bueno, está bien, si no
Lo
se
que
da
pasa es
vuelta, no
que,
importa.
lo que pasa es que
Creo
tendría
que-
que volver a entrar con el link, pero bueno, está bien, lo podemos poner así, no pasa nada.
No, pero que vaya y vuelva, así se ve también el fondo ahí, que están en una
Dale,
linda...
vuelve a entrar vuelve a entrar, te saco un segundito. Bueno, tenemos una
Qué lindo,
exclusiva.
pará, ya
desde
me pongo
Orlando.
ansioso, ¿eh? Vi ahí en el fondo que hay una
Espera,
cancha, viejo.
tengo que escribir algo de caption en exclusiva,
Sí,
¿no? O sea,
sí.
déjame que escriba algo porque en exclusiva me siento que estoy en un programa de exclusivas. Exclusiva. Conectamos
El team
con él.
de lo que es la parte deportiva, ¿eh?
Conectamos con Orlando en vivo. Exclusiva. Me encanta esta. Iba a ver, espérate. Exclusiva, ahí va. Ahí, ahora sí, exclusiva. Conectamos con Orlando en vivo. Va a parecer que Orlando es una persona. Ahí está. ¿Qué pasa, Tincho? No tienes el micro. Dale al... Ahí va.
Sí.
Ahí va.
No, ¿ahora sí?
Ahora sí.
Ahora sí.
Ahí está, mirá, vamos así. No,
Uy. Mostrame ese fondo ya. ¿Qué hay ahí atrás?
no, ya lo conocen ustedes.
Watson.
¿Cuál es ese? Ah, eso es
Ah,
Reunion.
la Watson.
Correcto.
Ah, qué bueno, qué lindo campo, Reunion. Qué lindo. Yo siempre pensé que ahí se iba a hacer un mundial. Alguna pensé que ese campo iba a ser. Pero bueno, estamos
Ya,
aquí.
No, yo estoy invitado, yo le mandé un saludo nada más.
Perfil bajo. Bueno, muchachos, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo está Orlando? ¿Cómo van esos primeros días por allá?
Por ahora, muy bien, mucho trabajo. Arrancamos con 2 días bastados diseñando los 2 campos. En realidad lo diseñó Javier, yo solo fui pateando la pelotita para ver cómo se movía. Y nada, ya casi esperando que pase rápido para así ya tenerlos a todos acá.
Buenísimo.
Velocidad de 1 a 10 de los fairways.
Y 7. Sí, depende de la zona. ¿Qué sería 10? ¿Muy rápida?
Claro.
No, claro. Reunion, por ejemplo, las viejas canchas de Reunion eran rápidas.
Y esto te diría que un puntito más lentas. Sí.
Ok. Buenísimo. Y ya, Javi, ¿cómo van? ¿Ya simplemente están haciendo los hoyos o lo están diseñando con el clásico spray y tal? ¿O ya se están literalmente haciendo los hoyos y el campo?
No, los hoyos los van a hacer el 25.
¿El 25 tan tarde? ¡Wow!
Sí,
¿Todo?
sí.
¿Todo?
Estamos cortando clavos, pero sí.
Porque el 25 es jueves, 26 viernes, 27 se empieza a entrenar, ¿verdad?
Sí.
O sea que en un día van a hacer 72 hoyos en 2 días.
Sí, todos los que vengan antes del 25 que traigan la pala, por favor.
Está bien, está bien. Va a haber jugadores llegando temprano, así que les podemos mandar para allá. Lo que pasa es que luego te van a pedir que le regales algún golpecito luego. Oye, ¿qué tal el clima? Todo. Bueno, yo he estado ahora en Florida, hay mucha humedad, ya empezó el calor fuerte. ¿Qué sienten ahí en Orlando? ¿Bien?
No, se la banca. El clima, bien. Por ahora nos llovió una sola tarde. No está lloviendo mucho. Y se la banca. Calor, pero se lo banca bien.
Excelente, excelente.
Tincho, ¿cómo viste? ¿Cómo te sentiste, más allá que no están los hoyos, con el tema de los golpes de salida? ¿Crees que va a haber que pegarle muy firme o todo se va a resolver en la última etapa, en la última zona, digamos?
Voy a prechequear hasta cuánto me dejan hablar. No, dale para adelante. Yo creo que el día de práctica va a ser demasiado importante para no ser que sea, pero muy importante, porque hay que llevar la libretita y anotar dónde va el primer golpe, dónde va el segundo y cómo entro a definir. La cancha es
Hablas de hoyos protegidos, digamos. Hablas de hoyos bien protegidos por bunkers, lomas.
mucho bunker, y el fairway es una montaña rusa de lomas. Y entonces, si le erraste a la lomita que tenías que ir, vas para el lado que no tenés que ir.
Muy reunión, ¿no?
Interesante, muy reunión, claro.
Pero es una cancha que, por ejemplo, hay partes que es como lisa, después haces 2 hoyos y vuelve toda una montaña rusa, después se vuelve técnica, como que hay hoyos que tenés que hacer un pase acá, un pase al otro lado, y de ahí atacar. Hay hoyos en altura, hay hoyos que tienen una leve caída. Hay que llevar en la libreta y anotar, porque va a estar entretenido.
Wow.
Uy, la ansiedad que me está agarrando,
Sí.
boludo. Hoy escribí sobre la ansiedad y ya se me está yendo toda la mierda.
Tremendo, porque, viste, Evermore es como, viste, hay una parte que está diseñada como San Andrews, otra parte tiene toda, viste, que sin árboles, sin nada, después pasás a una parte que es
Tipo links.
real, es Jurassic Park, porque hay unos aves, boludo, vi un videíto que me asusté bastante, pero los pájaros de unos 60 de alto, y ahí todo metido lleno de bumps. No, es una locura. Es una locura. Está muy, muy, muy buena.
Oye,
hay partes que pasas por los greens, hay partes que no. Y hay hoyos que cuando salga ahora en breve el diseño van a decir, che, un par 4 con esta cantidad de yardas, qué raro. Pero bueno, es para a ver quién se la juega, se puede jugar.
Claro.
Yo pateé y se puede hacer. Para saltar unos laguitos que están bastante buenos.
Wow.
No, tiene de todo.
Te vemos.
La impronta del japonés en los diseños.
Sí.
Estoy viendo,
No, y aparte la
claramente,
cancha lo deja hacer eso. Le da. Le puede hacer lo que se le canta. O sea, porque tiene todo.
Claro.
Además,
la posibilidad
aparte
de pensar...
metió 72 hoyos en una cancha. O sea.
Claro.
Oye.
No, un poco lo que... Perdón,
no,
Piero,
dale.
Lo que... Bueno, Japo tiene esas características de diseño que a mí particular me gustan, y es que justamente te hace pensar en la mayoría de los golpes, y no en todos, pero en la mayoría de cómo encarar el hoyo, ¿viste? No es solo pateo para adelante y vemos qué pasa. Y me parece que ahí, en un mundial, por supuesto, va a estar la clave. ¿No, Japo?
Sí, creo que sí. Lo que nos dimos, no sé qué estuvieron hablando, pero bueno, lo que nos dimos cuenta es que no estamos nosotros, por lo menos nosotros dos, no estamos preparados para jugar un mundial.
No.
Al segundo día ya no podíamos más, yo estoy pidiendo cambio de pierna.
Imagínate, fuimos a Disney ayer y no quise patear la pelota. O sea, a la cancha, ¿viste? Donde fue el último torneo que jugaron ahí.
Sí.
No
Sí.
la podía patear.
Wow.
Porque también nos manijeamos en ciertos hoyos del Mundial y nos quedamos 20 minutos pateándole porque eran tan divertidos y tan, che, ¿qué hacemos? ¿La picamos? No, ¿le pegamos fuerte? No, hagamos un pase para acá. Nada, nos volvimos locos y nos quemamos todas las piernas.
Qué espectáculo. La verdad, Tincho, te veo una felicidad y una emoción y eso que no vas a jugarlo, pero eso la verdad que me motiva a ver.
Lo vamos a jugar. ¿Quién dijo
claro,
que no?
bueno, pero te quiero decir como que te veo emocionado, y eso obviamente pues a uno también le emociona ver que la persona que está ahí haciendo los hoyos carga este nivel de emoción, ¿no? Valga la redundancia, sobre el diseño. Yo quería preguntar, que el otro día quizá no te pregunté esto, Javi, ya que sigues aquí. Ponle, sé que son muchos campos y tal, pero ¿van a ser la mayoría de los hoyos verdeables o hay hoyos que dices el par es casi un birdie? O vamos a apuntarle a que alguien pueda hacer una muy buena ronda y tirar un -12, o literalmente es imposible. Yo sé que viendo la Argentina Open y campos que has diseñado, por lo general no hay nadie que se meta dobles dígitos ni nada parecido. ¿Va a ser ese el caso? Al no ser, a lo mejor, digo, tan largo, ¿puede darse esta posibilidad de que alguien haga muy buenos scores, o para ti un -6, -7 en cualquiera de los campos sería un resultado increíble?
Sí, puede darse en algunos de los campos, no en todos. A ver, te diría que me pasa que me los mezclo ahora, pero el Purple Course me parece que es quizás el más bajable. El Blue Course claramente no, esa es una cancha, a propósito la hicimos larga para que haya una buena combinación de canchas cortas y canchas largas. La Orange Course me parece que es la más completa y puede haber ahí también un score bajo, pero por ahí excepcionalmente. Nada, la verdad es que aquellos que juegan los cuatro, o sea, en la categoría men y que llegan al corte de los últimos 100 y que juegan cuatro canchas diferentes, se van a encontrar con absolutamente de todo, con cuatro canchas muy diferentes entre sí y con absolutamente todo lo que te puede ofrecer este deporte. Y creo que lo bueno, un poco lo hablábamos el otro día, Piero, es que se van a quedar manija en el sentido de que hay muchos hoyos lindos en muchas de las canchas, bueno, mejor dicho, en todas las canchas hay muchos hoyos lindos que se van a quedar con las ganas de volver a jugarlo y no lo van a volver a jugar. Así que me parece que eso también es un condimento extra y muy bueno que se van a quedar muy manija.
Totalmente. Qué bien, qué ganas de quedarnos manija, todos en equipo.
Japo, aprovecho para preguntarte, yo que justo lo hablábamos, hicimos una versión en inglés de 2 horas, estuvo espectacular, la verdad. Hablamos con, bueno, gente de Escocia, de Inglaterra y un montón de gente que se sumó al chat. El tema de la práctica, sabemos que el individual, la cancha naranja, indicar, ¿esto es correcto? ¿Se puede caminar? ¿No?
No, no se puede practicar, se va a poder caminar como público, como siguiendo por ahí a algunos jugadores, eso no hay problema, pero practicar no se va a poder practicar.
Ah, ok. ¿Se puede seguir, por ejemplo, la ronda de un senior individual desde afuera o algo
Sí,
así?
sí, eso no hay problema. Los jugadores después, una vez que terminan de jugar o antes de jugar, pueden ir y caminar las canchas, ¿no? O sea, caminar las canchas como público, ¿no?
Ok.
No, y además creo que la cancha naranja y la blanca son las que de alguna manera unen la competición individual masculina, la femenina y la senior, porque al final esos seniors y esas mujeres son las que nos van a decir cómo es ese campo para los que nos toque jugarlo. Entonces,
Claro.
lo van a jugar tantas veces que ahí es parte de equipo, ¿no? Lo comentábamos antes, de reunirte con las mujeres y con los seniors. Oye, vamos a analizar el campo naranja y decirme exactamente cómo lo habéis visto, cómo crees que se tiene que jugar cada hoyo. Oye, pues mira, tú que tienes pegada, arriesga en el primero porque yo no llegué, pero tal. Entonces ahí creo que también se unen todas las categorías y una mujer o un senior pueden ayudar a un hombre luego a la hora de enfrentar estos campos, ¿no?
Exacto, sí, va a estar un poco adaptada para la categoría men, va a ser un poco más larga, pero en líneas generales sí, es la misma cancha, lógicamente.
Claro, claro, claro. Me comentaste, Javier, que a lo mejor para la de equipos sí que hay variaciones en las salidas para darle un pequeño twist, o eso es una posibilidad, pero no tiene por qué ser así.
Sí, va a haber, lógicamente, también porque las canchas, la green, la purple
Claro.
y la blue, que se juega por equipos en las otras categorías, también van a ir cambiando las salidas. Así que sí, vamos a ir tocando. Acá ya es un poco un trabajo de él que va a tener que hacer en función al tiempo que tenga, pero vamos a ir tocando todo lo que se pueda, sí.
Sí, para preservar también, imagino, ¿no, Japo? Porque si todos salen de la misma salida, no hay tee que aguante.
Claro.
No, sí, a ver, las canchas donde se tiene que jugar, o sea, la ronda 1, por ejemplo, individual, se juegan en 3 canchas de categoría men, por ejemplo, en 3 canchas en simultáneo. Al segundo día de la competencia individual, la cancha tiene que ser exactamente la misma, porque todos tienen que jugar la misma cancha los 3 días.
Claro.
Pero para la competencia por equipos, también para cuidar los tíos de salida, correcto.
Bien.
Claro. Buenísimo.
Bueno, qué exclusiva que tuvimos, ¿eh?
No, increíble, increíble. La verdad que esto es periodismo futbolístico en estado puro. Y nada, la verdad que muy contentos. ¿Cuándo llega el resto del equipo? ¿Está ahora por ahora Tincho ahí? ¿Cuándo llegan los otros?
El 24.
Ok. Ellos ya más encargados de la parte más, digamos, de Marshall y de reglas que en del tema del diseño, ¿no?
Sí, el resto del equipo es Marshalls y una persona encargada de lo que es el scoring.
Ok. Nos preguntaban antes, Javi.
Eso.
Sí, eso te iba a preguntar. Nos preguntaban antes si vamos a estar todos dentro de la misma clasificación o se va a haber una clasificación por cada uno de los, digamos, de los grupos que van a ir rotando y luego ya después del tercer día, cuando todos tengamos el mismo score, ahí ya nos unimos, o va a ser siempre una clasificación común más allá de que cada uno esté jugando campos diferentes hasta el último día.
Obviamente que todos van a estar dentro del mismo grupo los primeros 3 días y después se mezclan según el ranking, obviamente, y los que lleguen los que logren entrar al corte.
Claro.
Pero por ejemplo, el primer día se está jugando la Purple, la Blue, la Green. ¿Cómo es cómo aparece, digamos? ¿Cuál es hay la aplicación donde van a estar todos? ¿Se va a poder segmentar por cancha en el live scoring?
Ese detalle no lo sé. Tendríamos que hablarlo por ahí más con Aníbal y cómo va a coordinar eso con la gente de Blue Wolf.
Claro. Interesante, interesante. Muy bien, chicos, pues no sé si hay algo más que queráis agregar ahora que Javi, ya que estás allí, después de la semana pasada, que todavía no estabas, algo que quieras informar, aprovechar este medio para
¿Cómo
hablarle
están de piernas para patear por individual y por equipos?
Y mira,
Oraciones.
Lustó recién hizo una pregunta y fue: ¿quién puede aguantar 10 días de fútbol? Yo dije que ninguno, Piero argumentó que sí, que obviamente sí se puede. Lo que yo digo es que es muy difícil llegar con el mismo power, con la misma energía al último día.
Correcto. Hay que dosificar. Yo creo que es un mundial para dosificar, tener cuidado con la ronda de práctica, más allá de que obviamente hay que practicar los campos, por lo que nos están contando. Pero creo que en el día de práctica uno también se puede cansar innecesariamente, por lo menos no salir tanto el día de práctica y más que nada entender o analizar bien los hoyos sin necesidad de reventarte. Porque esos 2 días de práctica con el calor, la ansiedad de quererle pegar ya la pelota, de demostrarle a lo mejor a los compañeros que tienes un misil. Bueno, todos sabemos cómo el día de práctica muchas veces esas ideas te vienen a la cabeza y ahí es donde diría que uno casi puede perder el mundial, porque si le metes 2 días de práctica, yo te estoy hablando de jugar las rondas competitivas, si le metes 2 días de práctica de intensidad, ahí sí que creo que a lo mejor no llegas al final, así que creo que cada quien tendrá que ver hasta cuándo quiere gastar en la práctica y obviamente no todo el mundo va a jugarlo todo, porque el día miércoles el 80% del mundial se queda ya sin la parte de equipos. Entonces, bueno, no creo que todo el mundo tampoco esté obligado a jugar los 10 días, solamente aquellos que tengan un equipo que llegue a la final y que ellos también estén compitiendo hasta el final motivados con el individual. Así que veremos qué pasa y quién es capaz de llegar hasta el final con piernas.
Sí, yo creo que si uno tiene la capacidad de entender, ubicar la pelota y utilizar los días de práctica para caminarla e ir anotando, creo que me parece que va más por ahí que por jugarla en sí. Obviamente que algunos golpes hay que hacer para ver cómo corre, para ver cómo se comporta un poco el campo, pero creo que lo más importante va a ser un poco lo que decía Tincho de libreta en mano, ir anotando y saber si uno puede discernir en dónde puede ir dejando el tiro de salida para no hacer el tiro de salida durante el tiro de práctica y por ahí sí hacer los tiros de approach y pad y seguir adelante y no cansar mucho.
Totalmente. Por lo que tengo entendido, a lo mejor tú no tienes este dato, Javi, porque no es parte de tu trabajo. Preguntaban por el tema de los carritos. Yo he hablado con la Federación Española y me dijeron que íbamos a tener 2, uno para el presidente y otro para el cuerpo técnico. No sé si va a haber 2 carritos por país, pero lo que sí que no creo es que vayamos a tener un carrito todos, como pasa en el US Open o en el Pro-Am, que cada 2 jugadores les dan un carrito. Aquí creo que vamos a caminar. No sé si tienes la respuesta,
Sí,
Javi.
En las canchas de Evermore es caminando, en la cancha de Disney es con carrito, o sea, eso obviamente la categoría men es para aquellos 2 países, pero Disney siempre es con carrito, Evermore es sin carrito y después hay 2 carritos por país para las autoridades o los los entrenadores.
Javi, Disney, creo que esta pregunta ya me la respondiste, pero perdona si se me olvidó. ¿Disney va a ser un trazado en los 18 hoyos de golf, porque ahí solo hay un campo, o lo vas a meter los 18 en 9 de golf y se van a dejar 9 para jugar golf?
No, son los 18 hoyos en 18 de golf. Es la misma cancha que se jugó el US Open el año pasado.
Ah, ok. ¿Mismo diseño también o no?
Sí, mismo diseño. Iba a ser Magnolia, pero están haciendo unos trabajos y no llegaron con esos trabajos, así que vuelve a ser la cancha del US Open.
Con algunos detallecitos, ¿no? Como saben, hay un par de cambios.
Hubo un par de cambios, sí. Es verdad.
¿Esa cuál es? ¿Esa cuál es? ¿La
Esa
white?
es la blanca, la white.
La white.
La
Pero
white
nosotros
es
no
la
jugamos,
misma,
¿no?
es la
Esa
misma
se
que
juega, ustedes la juegan, Argentina la juega el día de la final.
No la juega Argentina. Esa no te toca, Mati, tranquilo. Olvídate de eso. La juega Estados Unidos solo. La juega Estados Unidos esa.
Japo, la orange y la white, entonces se puede caminar. No jugar, pero sí se puede, el día de práctica, digo. Por ejemplo, los 2 días de práctica primeros. ¿Se puede ir a caminar también la orange y la white?
No.
Perfecto.
Día de
solo-
práctica solo pueden ingresar a sus canchas. Después irán a caminarla cuando puedan hacer de público.
Ok.
O sea,
Bueno.
que tampoco haciendo de público pueden caminar la cancha. Pueden ir al costado como, insisto, haciendo de público.
Claro. Javier, Magnolia el año pasado, Magnolia era, sí, ¿no? Estaba en ese proceso de seeding que estaba lleno de, bueno, que estaban como levantando el césped, entonces los fairways no corrían tanto, el campo se hacía un poco más lento de lo normal. ¿Está en las mismas circunstancias ahora mismo? O sea, ¿está con la misma velocidad? ¿Sigue siendo un campo pesado, o sea, no tan rápido?
Están en la misma situación, pero comparado con el año pasado, se va a jugar varios días después a eso. Entonces, va a estar en condiciones. Va a estar en las condiciones en las que estuvo quizás más la Janssen Cup, que se jugó posterior al US Open y que ahí ya estaba en óptimas condiciones.
Claro. Excelente. O sea que el hoyo 18 va a ser el mismo lugar y todo. Ahí en la llegada de Disney. Y ahí es donde se va a proclamar quien sea campeón del mundo.
Sí, o quizás unos hoyos antes, quizás el partido está terminado antes.
Claro, por supuesto.
Tincho, pregunta privada. Por cucaracha, Díaz me pregunta si DLG, right now. No.
No.
Okay. Bien.
Y atentos porque la zona está complicada.
APA, sanciones.
No sanciones, pero bueno, después por privado te mando un mensaje y te cuento lo que acabo de enterar recién. Es un golpe al corazón.
No, pero lo tenemos a Piero, Piero sabe manejar bien el tema, así que.
Sí, ahora por privado te escribo y te enteras de algo.
Listo. Muchachos, muchísimas gracias por esta exclusiva,
Muchas gracias.
Sí. Nos vemos en días.
Nos vemos dentro de muy poquito. Disfruten.
Gracias.
Chao. Bueno, Mati, qué exclusiva, ¿no? Qué buena.
Tremendo.
Poder conectar con el campo del torneo, que nos hable el diseñador, que nos dé estos detalles, ¿no? Como por ejemplo que va a ser el mismo campo del US Open. El US Open además está grabado. Fue un campo que tampoco fue demasiado disfrutable por la distancia, por el calor. Se hizo un poquito largo, ¿verdad?
El campo tampoco estaba en las mejores condiciones.
Ajá.
O sea, sé que ahora en teoría va a mejorar según lo que dijeron. O sea, para mí, así como estaba en el US Open, no era nivel mundial, ¿no?
No, y sobre todo, Mati, que es un estilo de diseño mucho más, digamos, americano, por decirlo de alguna manera,
Claro.
En el cual los hoyos no estaban en posiciones demasiado comprometidas, salvo el hoyo 18, recuerdo que estaba casi cerquita de una caída. La mayoría de los hoyos era de pegarle 2 buenos tiros, acercar y meter, pero no había un búnker que si te pasabas un poco te caías. Salvo el hoyo, recuerdo el hoyo 3, que era un par 3 bastante largo, que te podías caer, pero luego había muchos hoyos verdeables y sí que es verdad que era un campo muy físico y muy largo. Entonces, esto creo que, teniendo en cuenta que la final por equipo se va a disputar el día lunes, que ya llevaremos 8 o 9 rondas en nuestras piernas, a ver cómo se llega y sobre todo sabiendo que además al día siguiente va a ser la final individual y si tienes a un jugador a lo mejor que está para ganar el mundial individual, a ver si lo pones el día anterior en equipos en un campo tan exigente como este de Disney, ¿no? Así que a ver cómo se maneja eso en las selecciones. Aquí
Bueno,
me dice Gonzalo que también hubo mucha demora por la televisión en aquel torneo de Disney. Aquí nos está escribiendo también aquí un gran amigo de Brasil, Antao Santor. Tradicionalmente, Estados Unidos, Argentina y Francia son poderes que podrían estar entre los top 5 desde la parte de clasificación. En parte de equipos habrá sorpresas y también en lo individual. Lo vamos a predecir en una lotería. ¿Ok? Santor, obrigado por el comentario y déjanos participar en esa lotería para votar por nosotros mismos, obviamente. Bueno, Mati, 3 horas, 3 minutos. Yo creo que ya es momento de wrap it up
sí.
y darle las gracias a la gente. No sé si hay alguien que lleva aquí desde el principio. Si es así, que hable ahora o calle para siempre para mandarle una pata de jamón de jabugo.
Una pata de jamón y una entrañita acá de Argentina. Piero, uno de los que habló, que mandó saludos hace un ratito, hace unos 20 minutos, fue Eder Trevisol, que es uno de los que yo te había puesto en el listado como jugadores a prestar atención. Es uno de los mejores jugadores de Brasil, muy buena pegada, muy fuerte, así que ahí tenemos también un puntito para focalizar.
Vale. Igualmente, Mati, la semana que viene vamos a hacer otro show especial ya en la víspera del Mundial. Seguramente tú ya estés en Estados Unidos y vamos a tener, si Dios quiere, a Cristian Otero también para recordar un poquito lo que fue el Mundial de Argentina y preguntarle cómo se prepara para su regreso internacional. Y también, ¿por qué no preguntarle por qué no estuvo en el Mundial de Marrakech? Que es algo que mucha gente se pregunta. Así que la semana que viene, seguramente el día, quizá el lunes o el martes, hagamos un programa especial. Y ahí, si te parece, Mati, podemos hacer un análisis un poco más exhaustivo de los jugadores a seguir para que la gente lo sepa. De todas maneras, me gusta este formato. Podemos hacer 1 hora y media en español, en inglés, y 1 hora y media en español, y así todos contentos y todo el mundo se lleva la información a casa y no nos putean los españoles por estar hablando en inglés y todos felices.
Bien, sí,
Así
semana que viene ya bueno,
mira, alguien que nos está viendo
jabalí.
de las 3 horas. Yo,
Eso.
Riddle 99. ¿Quién es Riddle 99? No sé quién es. ¿Tú lo conoces? ¿Quién eres?
No.
¿Quién eres, Riddle? Pero bueno, te ganaste un jamón. Aquí
Y ahí
está
apareció el jabalí.
el jabalí. Un saludo a esas dos personas que son muy pequeñitas, pero a la vez muy grandes. Grandes cabrones. Ese jabalí,
Grande,
claro que sí.
Alberto.
Alberto Salazar también, que va a jugar su primer mundial. Muy ilusionado de poder compartir equipo con él. Y aquí está, great show again, Piero and Mati, with surprise exclusive at the end. Ah, mira, pues es alguien que viene de la parte de inglés y no sé si habrá entendido lo de español o es alguien que habla los dos idiomas.
Y
Ahora,
encima se quedó.
es
Rui Teixeira.
Claro, fenómeno, un compañero, colega de profesión. Sí, sí, te conocemos, querido Rui. Pues nada, muchas gracias. Obrigado por ver todo el show. Y nada, pues Mati, nos despedimos. Hasta la próxima. La semana que viene ya anunciaremos cuándo salimos al aire. Y nada, Mati, que descanses. Muchas gracias por estar aquí también y por dedicarle tu tiempo a informar a la gente de lo que va a pasar. Y nada, mucha suerte. Ah, por cierto, Mati, por cierto, se me había olvidado ya por completo. Claro, esto era para la parte en inglés. Pero no sé cómo lo voy a poder sacar. No sé cómo lo voy a poder sacar. Es que no lo tengo. ¿Tú sabes cómo puedo mostrar algo de mi Finder? Es que solo me deja mostrar páginas web.
No, te deja. Cuando vos pones share, si minimizás la página web, te aparece tu escritorio.
¿Sí?
Tenés que poner entire screen. Sí. Haceme caso. Lo que no vas a poder es ver lo que vos estás mostrando, porque. ¿Me explico?
Vale, entonces, ¿qué le doy? ¿A compartir ventana?
Compartir y poner entire screen.
No, pero no me dejan. Le digo a compartir y me dice que no puedo, tío. Algo le pasa. Unable to share the screen. No sé, no me deja. No me deja.
Window.
No sé, es que ya he tratado de hacer esto antes.
Pásamela por WhatsApp, que yo lo hago.
He tratado más veces. A ver, espérate.
Pásame la imagen.
Vale, pero no la veas, que lo tenemos que ver en el show en directo antes de que tú lo veas. A ver, ¿dónde está?
Okay.
¿Dónde está? Ahí va. Bueno, sí, creo que ya te lo enseñé. Ahí va. Igual está en inglés, o sea que no va a tener tanta.
A ver, ¿qué me mandaste? No lo voy a ver, voy a compartir de una, así que dame un segundo.
Qué locura, ¿no? Lo que me mandas por ahí.
Sí, después lo hablamos. Me mandaste por... Ahí está.
WhatsApp. A ver si lo puedes compartir.
Dame un segundo. Ok.
Una noticia que ha salido de la prensa americana y quería también compartirla contigo, Mati, porque tú eres el protagonista de la noticia y quería saber si es cierto o si son fake news.
A ver. Dame un segundo. Ahí lo estoy bajando. Qué show que armamos, ¿eh? Impresionante. La verdad que esto de haberlo hecho en 2 idiomas y que no sé cuánta gente... Mira, te digo una cosa. Hubo una interacción con más de 150 comentarios en toda la transmisión, que no es poca cosa.
Sí.
Que no es poca cosa.
Sí.
Bueno,
pues es el hambre que tiene la gente de contenido de fútbol. Si es que si hubiera un programa de televisión, pero es que al final no hay nada que hable del deporte que hacemos y si no lo hacemos nosotros, ¿quién lo va a hacer? Ahí va. Bueno, Mati, quiero que me comentes esta noticia. Quiero que le acerques al titular.
Decime vos y yo voy acercando.
Acerca, por favor.
Ahí está bien.
Ahí va. Bueno, lo traducimos. ¿Está Matías Perrone detrás de la creación del coronavirus? Ojo a esto, por favor. Acércate al texto. Hay un texto, a ver. El campeón de fútbol 2018, Matías Perrone, ha sido arrestado por las autoridades después de confesar que fue el creador del coronavirus que afectó al 90% de la población. La razón: quería cancelar el Mundial de Japón para asegurarse ser campeón del mundo 2 años más. No sabía que se me iba a ir de las manos, admitió el argentino mientras cocinaba un trozo de carne. Tremendo, tío, que te entrevisten y tú ahí con el asado. Matías, tu amigo Felipe Sosa, el Doc, un famoso científico argentino, decidieron poner en efecto su plan maligno después, ¿qué dice ahí? Hace 3 años. Y les está funcionando, ya que Matías Perrón es a día de hoy el World Champion de fútbol. Pero
increíble.
¿Podrá el argentino repetir título en Orlando? Es una posibilidad solo si las autoridades le permiten jugar. Mientras tanto, en Argentina, thousands of people are protesting in the streets, mostrando support a Matías. Y mira lo que dice esta señora. Cuando Matías ganó el Mundial de Marrakech, nuestras vidas cambió para siempre. Lo dice una madre de 6. Tremendo. Y Matías dijo esta mañana: esto es lo mejor que le podía pasar a la promoción del fútbol y es todo lo que importa. Ya se juega, y se fue caminando rápidamente de la escena. Bueno,
increíble.
¿Qué tienes que decir? Mira, el Ya se juega Times, ¿Viste el periódico?
Me gusta, Ojo, la idea. Ojo con el medio oficial.
Sé que es un rumor que se ha corrido mucho por los mentideros del fútbol internacional, que tú fuiste el culpable de la pandemia y que todo fue para no perder el título de... ¿Cierto o no? ¿Es cierto?
Y voy a tener que confesar que hubo algo de eso. No puedo decir más nada porque voy a involucrar gente.
Claro.
Ya me lo involucraste al Doc,
sí.
Que está metido en eso, es cierto. Pero bueno, cosas que pasan. Lo que es increíble, vamos a tener que hacer un time lapse de tu color en la pantalla, cómo fue cambiando.
Sí, es para que la gente no se agobie. Es algo que aprendí en la carrera. Tenía una clase de cómo mantener a tu audiencia...
Iluminación.
Iluminación, exactamente. Pero bueno, sí, aquí sigue siendo de día todavía en Cancún. Son ahora mismo las 7:10 de la tarde. Sueno a emisora de radio. Pero bueno, llevamos aquí desde las 4, o sea, 3 horas y 11 minutos. Así que bueno, creo que es momento de despedirnos. Muchas gracias a todos. Thank you so much, especially to Rui Teixeira, who has been here from the beginning. Rui, gracias, amigo. También al señor Gabriel Horacio Kunt, que nos ha estado comentando, Joaquín Carmona, Fernando Fersatori también, que ha estado ahí pendiente, Alberto Salazar, bueno, gracias también a Tincho del Campo, a Javier de Ancízar, a Matt, a Liam, a Cedric Bonot y bueno, y sobre todo a todos vosotros que habéis estado viendo el programa y nada, ojalá que podamos hacer esto más seguido y a nosotros la verdad que nos encanta. Obviamente es un trabajo, pero nosotros lo hacemos felices de la vida y para nosotros esto es nuestra pasión, más que algo que nos cueste. Así que feliz de volverlo a hacer. Mati, ¿algo para terminar?
No, sponsors, bienvenidos. Si quieren de repente hacer un main sponsor de nuestro live show, why not? ¿Por qué no? Podría ser.
Totalmente.
Para tomarlo aún con más profesionalismo, que igual no los tomamos como tal. Y nada, la verdad, como te dije antes, muy contento de haber estado con los compañeros y colegas y amigos de todo el mundo. Y nosotros ahora ya sí podemos decir que estamos en la recta final. Y qué lindo lo que se viene, ¿no, Piero?
Qué lindo lo que se viene. No queda nada, pero bueno, no queda nada, pero también hay que decir que todavía queda mucho, así que
Sí.
guarden esa ansiedad, sean pacientes, sigan entrenando, sigan leyendo, sigan preparando el coco, sobre todo, que va a ser la clave, la cabeza, la toma de decisiones, el estar tranquilo, el confiar en uno mismo, no tratar de ganar el torneo el primer día, ni desesperarse, ni estar todo el rato viendo dónde estoy cerca de los 100, de los no 100. Creo que todas esas cosas van a matar el talento de cada uno, así que vivan el presente, vivan cada golpe, disfruten esta experiencia y sobre todo sintiéndonos agradecidos y afortunados de haber encontrado este deporte y de poder jugar un mundial, que es algo que no mucha gente puede decir. Así que eso sería lo que puedo decir para terminar. Gracias a todos.
Gracias, Perito.
Gracias, Gonzalito, Novosad. Un besito, un abrazo a todos. Nos vemos. Voy a poner una gráfica de Thanks for watching. Ahí va.